Right along, motherfuckers.
Turn up the headphones a little bit, Wally. Fuck it, yeah. I keep this shit from the middle, grab the hell six wing. Right before I tear this Henny bottle up and spark the green. Young niggas all across the globe just tryna get some green. Focus up and stay persistent, this shit closer than you think. Protect my energy, I never let them intervene. We all gon' get shit bustin' when it's time to play the scene. But we need way more execution when it's time to follow dreams. So I gotta execute, cause this shit closer than you think.
We're going to be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Ride. he's playing the theme song after the theme song, yes.
This is the theme song redone.
That's how much he likes it. He likes it so much.
Yeah, this is one of my rapper friends who, like, I was like, if all else fails, maybe this will work out and you could just get something off of that. But in all reality, it might not. But thank you for listening to the Ride Along podcast. This is what we're listening to right now.
How many A's are in it?
There's 2 A's in
Okay.
Along. I am your host. I'm one of your hostesses, Mr. E.J. Watson, Nick Kelly,
Hi.
Johanna Madronda.
What up?
We have a lovely guest in the building, producer of the Independent Comedy Club, producer of 313 Comedy, and 1/3 and not the bad boy of the Big Time Garbage Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Mercer.
What's up?
How-
Right along, nation.
Ride Along Nation. How y'all do? We got a lot to discuss today.
All right, let's
A
get
lot on
into
the
it.
docket.
Let's dive in.
What y'all want to get into first, man?
I want to ask you, if that's okay. Do you actually believe that the Earth is flat, or are you just kind of a contrarian like you are?
Okay, so I think it's a little bit of both,
Mm-hmm.
but
You're just kind of
Now you say that.
no, listen, but hear me out.
Now that Mercer's here, he's both sides.
Listen.
I like that.
I didn't believe the Earth was
believe in
flat, but I have
conforming.
a friend who is a staunch flat earther,
What was
and
his
he
name
kind of
again?
convinced me. Grayson Mitchell, shout out to him.
Grayson. Yep. That'll do it.
Yeah, guy named Grayson for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Get him on the phone.
6'6"
I wanna
nigga,
talk
look
to
like
him.
Clay Thompson, and he and I'm telling you, dog,
That motherfucker
compelling.
can see the horizon.
For
How,
All
how does
I-
he not know?
I for sure thought he was a white guy with dreads.
No,
Yeah,
light
crumbs.
skin. Yeah, no, tall, light skinned nigga. And,
Okay.
all I'm saying, okay,
Mhm.
his cousin, his dad is a pilot.
Mm.
They fly. They never account for the curvature
So he doesn't
of the
talk
Earth.
to his dad anymore.
How long does he fly?
He's been flying for like 30 years.
I mean, like, in distance-wise.
I mean, I don't know, all across the country. I don't know. I don't know what each flight is like. I don't know. Oh, he's going to London tonight. Let me see how. I'm not gonna. I don't know.
Well,
And another thing is, I could be mistaken on this, but a flight from California to Japan goes east, and that's kind of weird.
see, all right, this is actually what made me say, hey, we got to talk about this on the podcast.
What?
Because when you were talking about, like, dude, the Earth is flat, they go over the North Pole to get.
They do.
You said,
They
but
do.
Doesn't the North Pole kind of say that there's
Yeah.
a pole
Yeah.
at the top of the globe?
No, because it could
There's
still
no-
be flat. It could still be a flat. It could look like a. You ever play Trouble?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It could look like that, where you pop the little
Well,
dome thing in the middle.
So like half of you think it's half flat?
Well, what I was telling him earlier, I think we kind of in a snow globe for real.
Interesting
So like,
theory.
so like the Earth is round and flat at the same time.
Right.
So like we're
Or on the round part?
on the bottom part. We can't hit the round. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're talking about dome Earth. You're talking about
we're in a
it's
dome.
flat
We're
with the dome
the-
over it.
That's
it
getting
looks
big
like
on the internet.
it looks like fucking Ford Field. That's what the Earth looks like.
Superdome.
All right, so what side should I take here?
I
Agree with
I'd like
me.
for you to
Agree with
with
EJ?
my- with-
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
This is gonna make me sound stupider. Him agreeing with me, I guarantee you.
No.
Because he's gonna lean into being
Let's find
stupid.
out. Let's see.
Yeah. Let's just see.
Okay. My case for the flat Earth
Yeah.
is that when with these big theories, things that everyone kind of takes as fact,
Sure.
you know, without doing the research of their own, only
Mhm.
trusting
Yes.
big government-funded organizations like NASA,
Mm.
you got to see who's benefiting from this.
Okay.
And what is the benefit of a flat Earth? Well, that means that all natural resources are actually unlimited. You know, global warming's a myth. It's actually the world that God created.
Yeah.
So you're coming at my arguments. You're thinking of what I'm going to say beforehand, because you know I'm going to number one say satellite images.
Mm-hmm.
In a court of law, photography would hold up, right? I got pictures of it. It's round, But you're going to say who benefits from NASA going out there and taking these pictures?
It's because what I was told was that the having a round Earth means that you can't escape. Like it's gonna stop people from wanting to explore. When the Earth was known to be flat, people wanted to explore off that bitch, and now the only nigga that want to explore off this motherfucker is Elon Musk.
Well, I don't know. I see the opposite. I feel like if the Earth was flat, nobody would want to explore, because it's like I'm gonna fall off eventually.
No, I feel like it means that there's more out there. I don't know.
My second point is, all right, you're from Chicago, dude. You can go up in the Sears Tower and watch the sunrise disappear from bottom to top. If the Earth was flat, it would just go away. No, I'm sorry. Let's think of a ship. Let's think of a ship going away on Lake Michigan. You can watch that ship disappear from the bottom of it to the top slowly.
I just think that's
If
just as
if
far
it's
as
just
the eye can see. I don't think that's
well,
fucking.
exactly. That's my point. If it was just as far as the eye can see, it would just disappear altogether at once. But it slowly goes. You see the top of it go.
And
lower,
I don't
lower,
think the
lower.
Earth is like fucking flat like a fucking hardwood floor. Like,
Oh, you think it's got?
it's lumpy.
So you think hills
It's
exist?
Lumpy.
Lumpy Earth.
All right.
Research Lumpy Earth.
Lumpy. The Earth is lumpy, dog. Like why? And it's as far as the eye can see. Yeah, there's a hill. There's a fucking mountain that's taller than Mount Everest below the ocean. In the Pacific Ocean, Mount fucking, I don't know what the
reverse
fuck it's
mountain?
called.
The Mariana Trench.
Mount Drowning.
Mount Drowning, exactly. That's where dragons and shit live, dog. I think,
Dragons.
swear to God.
So
it's
now
a-
dragons can
Now
swim.
we're into underwater dragons.
Yeah,
They
what
blow
the
fire
fuck?
and everything.
Now, so you believe in the Loch Ness monster, essentially?
Have you
Yeah.
seen them fucking eel things with the light bulbs on their head and shit, dog? Yo, those are like
I'm
some
Finding Nemo.
I could
dog. Those exist, dog.
I
It's-
could get down with
Those
Loch Ness
exist.
monster. There's so
Yeah.
much shit under the in the ocean.
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you,
this isn't
Godzilla is
lake
a
in
real
Scotland.
But it is a
motherfucking
lake,
nigga,
yes.
dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Godzilla exists, bro.
Okay.
Mega Man is real, dude. I'm telling you.
dog.
Slender Man is real. It's called
telling
Bart
you.
Dangus.
I'm not bullshitting. Like, okay, I know I be saying some wild shit on this shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's good. I love
Y'all
it.
just
man.
bringing this out of me because.
Good. This is good. I'm gonna try my hardest not to get mad too.
It's fantastic
Do
because
you
like
really get mad at this shit?
When I step out of my body for a second, I look at all of us sitting here talking all these things that in the earth we get to be talking about. Camilla Harris, fucking whatever.
Yeah. What about it,
Those
Brett?
two
Say some
things.
woke shit.
yeah.
Why are we sitting here talking about whether or not the earth is flat or round when everybody knows it's fucking round?
Because
Well,
everybody
in my-
don't know.
In
Not
my
everybody.
opinion, it's like this has given rise to like there's a lot of people who now believe this because of the internet and because there's so much skepticism based like around like like what's being told to us, like the government's lied to us before, it's very clear, all this shit. And so like when the basic building blocks of reality start breaking down, they go,
Yeah.
well, that's not real either. And that's not real.
Mm-hmm.
And the fucking earth is flat. Which is, it's funny that they go to flat and not like,
Yeah.
Mobius strip or fucking whatever. But
Saunders bumpy cake earth.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
And the ice wall surrounds us. Antarctica is the end of the earth, bro. Ain't nobody been to the end of Antarctica, G.
I don't.
Nobody,
I
not a
don't-
single person. And everybody who does either
don't
get
believe
shot
that.
down or killed or turned around.
By who,
Why is
penguins
that?
with
What?
fucking machine guns?
It's
Right.
niggas out there.
do you think the planets are round and the moon is round?
No, he said the moon is flat
The
as well.
moon, the
Oh, you
moon-
did?
The moon flat is just facing us.
Yeah,
The whole time.
It's like a flashlight.
The dark side of the moon is just like the tail side of the fucking moon.
Dog,
Yeah.
it's just like a shutter lens, and that just turns off.
All right, so what about this? What about when you on the moon you see our shadow and it's a round and it makes the moon a crescent?
The Earth it's round.
Oh, it's round, but
It's
it's not
not.
spherical.
I'm saying shit can be round like a plate.
Round
Right,
like
I
pizza.
get
Plate
that.
is
Oh,
round.
okay.
But it's also flat.
Okay, so the moon is just a flashlight facing our.
The sun
Flat
is actually
ass.
the flashlight facing us. The moon, I think they just both just kind of rotate over like spotlights.
Okay, so how do you explain this? Right now it's dark outside, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere else
Allegedly. Have you heard of light Earth?
God damn it! The fabrics of society are crumbling.
Yeah, I
Dude.
know.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let this derail me. The Earth right now, it's dark outside. Allegedly, we'll say.
Okay.
As
far as we know.
yes,
the
the way
Earth-
I see dark might be the way you see blue or whatever.
Mhm.
That old theory.
See, this is the shit because Grayson explained this shit to me, and
Grayson should be mental.
I'm
He
telling
should
you,
be in a mental.
I want to have him in a
hospital.
podcast, but I don't think he'll do it.
No.
So I guess I am kind of wondering like what, because I've done a lot of
Because I had the
diving
same
in.
questions, like why, like that would mean that the sun would have to descend on the same side, damn near. Like it's always gonna be dark on the east.
Well,
It's
it's
like
dark
try-
here and it's light somewhere else.
Exactly.
So when the Earth,
But-
when the sun is like thousands of
because the
times
sun,
larger
because
than
we're
the Earth,
because
how
we're
is that
not
possible?
we're not rotating. The sun is, and it's just
The sun is rotating.
it's like a
like a
one
flashlight.
of those things that babies look at. What's like
yeah.
the
Oh,
TV?
the thing that
Yeah, baby sky TV or
yeah,
whatever.
and it got a
Fall
fucking
asleep.
dinosaur hanging and like
Uh-huh.
a
Fall
dog bone.
asleep, all the peasants.
And that's what we are, the peasants,
Yeah.
just
We're-
staring at the
They
sky.
think we're a
going like,
baby. Yeah. Just,
Yeah. And Elon Musk know this bitch is flat, and he about to prove it to everybody.
I
For
watched
real.
part of that documentary Rocket Man. Have you guys heard of that?
Uh-uh.
It's about this
Isn't
dude.
that, Elton John?
No, it's about this dude in like Central California who is going to make a rocket and shoot up into space in order to see if the Earth is flat or not.
And that bitch explode as soon as it get up there.
I didn't finish the documentary, but it didn't start with "in loving memory of," so I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
shit.
he was either talked out of it or
He died on his way up there. Because you
Maybe.
know why? You know why? Because that
he was
nigga-
shot down by a guy with a flat Earth
Nah.
logo on his T-shirt. Admiral Flat.
Nah,
and
you
he's
wanna
just
know
like,
what
no,
happened?"
sir, no information gets
Admiral Flat.
Admiral A cups.
General. Nah, listen.
Joanna, what's your take?
Me?
Yeah.
The Earth is round, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
The Earth is round.
I said the Earth is round
Interesting.
and flat.
Yet you.
Spherical.
It's a dome. I'm telling you, that's what happened to dude. He died
This
because he
isn't the
shot his
Truman
shit.
Show.
I was
bro.
just gonna say this. Like EJ thinks
fuck
that
is
the
the
Earth is
Truman
the
Show?
Truman Show, but we knew you wouldn't know what the Truman Show was
Because you only like bad movies.
because you only like bad movies.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What's the best movie you've
What do you
seen?
mean I only like that?
What's
What did I
your
say?
What's
I
your
only like bad
favorite
movies?
movie?
Oh, we did this, but like.
What's my favorite movie? Too Fast, Too Furious.
Exactly.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up! It's not.
Yes,
Come
it
on,
is.
Take
No, it's The Dark Knight, but Too Fast, Too Furious is up there.
The
dog.
Dark Knight.
Those are in the same
Okay.
category.
I just seen.
Yeah.
I'm going off my favorite movies. Why is this a fucking EJ Watson interview, dude? We're here for Brett Mercer, dog. All right.
No.
We fucking asking me about all this fucking shit. I'm doing way too much fucking talking.
Your homework assignment is to go home and watch the Truman Show,
The Truman Show.
and then you will understand.
For sure. All right, I'll watch the
You
Truman
think
Show.
the world is just a dome.
I just
At the end,
favorite movies just go by what I've seen the most. It's Too Fast, Too Furious, Love Don't Cost a Thing, Drumline, some terrible. Anything with Nick Cannon.
I guess so,
Anything on
shit.
a BET marathon.
Right. That's
Man, I
yep.
want to go to your dorm room in college and see all the posters that were on your wall.
Right.
It's not like Pulp Fiction or Goodfellas.
It's like
Drumline.
Trolls 2.
No, yeah, it's
funny.
like fucking biker boys, shit like teeny bopper movies, dog. I like Coach
Teeny
Carter.
boppers.
Coach
fucking
Carter.
hilarious.
Man, well, fuck y'all. Earth is round and flat at the same time.
Well, it's just funny because like we at one point on a different podcast that shan't be named right now.
Fuck big time garbage.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, so it's okay.
We discussed like I don't know. You said something about like 9/11 trutherdom too, and it like
Oh yeah.
my theory is like you can be convinced of anything, and I love that. Have you heard of?
No, fuck that. No, what I'm showing y'all is that I got free will in this bitch, and y'all believe everything. Cause I went to New York. You went to New York, didn't y'all? Fucking y'all did like the touristy shit too, right? Like y'all went.
Not
y'all went-
really.
Not really. I thought y'all had. I thought y'all did a couple of things. Didn't you go to like a museum or something?
No.
No?
Nope. We went to like Times Square. We went to like the Brooklyn Bridge and shit like that.
Okay.
But like
How you feel
nothing.
about Times
we
Square,
did
by
the
the way?
things that don't cost any money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, for sure.
How do I feel about Times Square? Times Square is trash.
Yeah, thank God. Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Man.
the worst, dude.
See the Statue of Liberty?
From afar, yes.
People are saying that's actually a trans woman.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How do they know?
I don't
Who's
know.
been saying this?
Yeah. What?
Same people
She
that
felt deep.
are saying the Earth is bumpy.
The Earth is
Mhm.
bumpy. But I said the 9/11 shit because I went to New York and I went to the One World Trade Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that bitch big as fuck. It's big.
Are you talking about the new one or the
new
Ground
one,
Zero?
the new one that they
Okay.
built. I think that's the tallest building in America.
The Freedom Tower.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that bitch big as fuck. And I was looking at it. And I was like, there's no way a plane could take a fucking structure this big down, dog.
So fun. Did you go there, Joanna?
Where? To the new one?
Did you at least see the building?
No. I mean, I'm sure it was somewhere in the background, but I wasn't like,
Yeah.
there it is. Oh, look.
Uh-huh,
You
yeah.
know?
Have you been there, Nick?
No, never been to New York.
So it's like there's two big holes in the ground where the two towers used to be,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Yeah,
like
what was it called again? Ground Zero, right?
Yeah,
Ground
Ground
Zero.
Zero, yeah.
even though there's two holes.
Even
What's
though
up with
it should be
Yeah.
ground negative 20
Yeah.
or whatever.
that? And they were parallel, which if the Earth was round, they'd be slightly.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
There we go.
Call back.
Measure. Yeah.
Thought we were off it.
But there's like all these like the names of people who died, and everyone's like taking pictures, and it's like touristy, but it's not like Times Square where people are
Right.
taking pictures like wow, wow, you know, all that
Right.
shit. And I just couldn't help but like imagine EJ there, just like no, just like among all this, just
Motherfuckers
no.
got moments of silence putting flowers in people's
Yeah.
names. I'm just like, this is some
Come on, G.
bullshit. This is some bullshit. And they
Yeah.
let all the Jews out before. I don't believe that. But fuck it.
All Jews report to the bottom of the building.
But yeah, I don't know.
But there's no way a plane. It's literally like a Jeep Grand Cherokee running into Little Caesars Arena.
Damn.
Well, see, my theory is that they were trying to just give us a good scare, but they forgot to calculate the curvature of the Earth.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why.
They're about to be like, this is
If the Earth was
That's why they
curved,
needed
wouldn't it
two
fell
planes.
to the side or the left or the right?
Hmm?
Why did it just look like a controlled demolition going straight down? If the Earth was round, it would have just tipped over a little bit, right?
No.
if it was spinning, the
That
ashes
y'all
would
proving
end
my
up-
point.
Yeah.
Since it's flat,
I know,
it's standing
I know.
up straight.
I
You
know.
feel me?
Now I'm turning around a
Yeah.
little bit. I'm starting
Alright.
to get there. Through
Now,
9/11,
it's a
I'm
round
starting
table.
to figure out that the Earth is round.
It look like a
Flat.
podcast table. The Earth is flat.
I feel like Jeffrey Epstein was murdered because he knew about the shape of the Earth.
He did.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
He's gonna release that with the kids. For real. He had the launch point.
so-
For real. Like the launch point to get off this motherfucker without running into Antarctica.
this shit's so funny, man.
It's like Mario Kart. You hit a little edge and then you get on the arrows and it goes vroom.
Yeah, son. We reference Mario a lot.
Do we?
yeah.
It's a good. That was one of the best games of all time, man.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Very simple, man.
You can only go as far as you can go, and then you can't go back. You know, we got mushrooms, we got turtles,
It got bitches.
we got bitches. Yeah,
Mhm.
Mario was all an illusion for sex. We already discussed this.
What do you mean?
Yeah, he was going
You
through all
wanna-
these tubes and tunnels and fighting dragons.
But not the
just-
wrong tubes. You don't want to go down the ones with the little red clamper things.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then sometimes you go down a tube, you think it's all good, bottomless,
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
You just come out the other side.
Yep.
It's just like, damn, this pussy was trash.
You come out the other side like the pussy is round. Round pussy theory.
Dog.
Johanna, any thoughts?
Not at the moment, no. This is actually very entertaining for me to just
Yeah.
watch three idiots fucking discuss this shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brett, you're not that dumb. These
Discuss
two
it.
idiots.
Brett is an idiot, too. Don't let him, just because he used big words,
No.
your fake ass stutter, don't
He's
mean
smart.
fucking.
round. We're talking about round pussy theory, and you're calling me a dummy. Oh man,
Dog.
But-
How crazy is a round pussy?
not that
They're
crazy.
kind of round. They're like oval shaped. That's round. Right? A pussy is an oval shape.
Google flat pussy.
When,
Funny as fuck.
An oval is round.
when you say round pussy, I just like I'm picturing like a pussy in the shape of like a peach. You know, like an
Damn.
inflated pussy.
That's a delicious pussy. Peaches, hell yeah. It's
Little
a
peach fuzz on it.
Peach fuzz, peach pussy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they call it juicy pussy.
Mm-hmm. That's why Mario's motherfucking wife thing was peach.
Also, that's why I always.
Damn.
You just brought it all together. Look
Yeah.
at you.
Well,
Look at
Johanna,
that.
just only
see?
say something once every 10 minutes and just bring it all together.
Yeah.
Again, will you?
That's you
Yeah.
don't. Hey, cut that out. That's the
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Yeah.
the secret ingredient of
I wanna break the
podcasting.
fourth wall.
Right.
You just remember something and then you drop it in the later.
Yep. and like eating a star is like taking ecstasy, and you're just like dun, 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 dun. Makes the sex a lot better.
And all those extra lives, that's just how many chances women give men. you know?
I was gonna say like pop another blue chew, and all of a sudden, bloop.
Yeah, I just thought that was like abortions.
Have you guys had sex on ecstasy?
No.
Molly, no ecstasy.
Yeah, Molly, I was on the come down though.
Yeah.
Mm,
Here's a thought.
I
Sober
thought you were
sex.
making a pun. Sorry.
right.
No.
My bad.
What's
Oh,
up?
Did it ruin it for you?
yeah. Sober sex is the best sex.
Mm-hmm.
By
Huh.
far.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Sober sex is better than every sex on everything. Like, I feel like everything makes you want to have sex, but the actual sex itself
It's God's trick.
is trash, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Cocaine sex is awful.
I would agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
Awful, dog. Like, you can't feel nothing.
Well,
Yo.
first of all, you gotta fucking put your thumb in your mouth and blow your
Yeah,
dick back out.
dude. I gotta put my thumb in my mouth and my ass. But I was like, that's the only time where I gotta be like, do this G-spot shit really work? Because this is the only way my dick go get hard, dog.
Your dick came out your ass.
Pulling out all the stops.
Yeah,
just-
son, for real, dog.
That's the only
Pulling
time
out
I've
all
been
the
having
cocks.
sex and checking my watch.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. You know? Jeez.
But Molly's sex was trash.
Or cocaine sex is just like, it was like, all right, but what else? I was having sex like in the middle, just like, yeah, what I was saying earlier is like, it's a great book.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I really like it. I think
We should start a business.
really like it. Yeah.
Where you think this flat earth shit came from, dog? Niggas was
Good.
coked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, man.
That's what he's doing in Vegas.
Well, that's the thing. Like coke
not
and
fucking
like
each other, though.
all like uppers and stuff. It kind of like makes like your brain kind of like make connections
You
that
might
aren't
as well
really
grab
there.
yourself too, so you don't have to get up again.
Because like the whole thing about like these endless awful like cocaine conversation is
Yeah.
literally just like, oh, this relates, but it doesn't. It's just like,
Yeah. Y'all just not gonna listen to when they go
yeah.
home.
Sorry. I was concerned. Nick's only having one beer. That's very strange.
You're not having anything. What's your deal?
I'm going to in a second. I have some stuff over there.
About
Is that wine with
wine
the-
and water.
With a napkin in as a cork.
We're at church, dude. Come on.
It's called stretching your dollar.
Yeah. Right.
That's right.
She got unlimited beer in this motherfucker, but hey, fuck it.
Is it really unlimited?
Me and Nick brought beer over here thinking she was like close to being out,
Oh yeah.
and she wasn't even close. So,
So now we gotta get fucking drunk as shit. You know.
Yeah.
real shit,
That's what
dog.
that means.
You can start telling stories about how you pissed on a guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you?
What?
Have you pissed on a person?
No. I pissed on myself.
Well,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Naturally.
We've all done that.
I watched my friend get pissed on. That was pretty funny.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Piss stories. Paint the picture.
You
So-
like walked in on it like, whoa.
No, it was a goof, but it's such a funny like. I'll never forget like the image and how perfectly it all like came together. So it's me and all my fucking idiot high school friends. We're in like the woods, you know,
Yeah.
which is where.
What season is it?
I would say it's like end of summer,
Okay, good. Okay,
Mhm.
nice.
and so there's like this rope swing that kind of goes over like a little creek, you know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of at the top of like a hill, and then I don't know, there's another like hill close to it or whatever that kind of looks over the rope swing. It's if you can't picture it, just
Okay.
yeah, all right. So my buddy Matt, he's gonna go and swing out, and me and my buddy Tim are like on the higher hill watching him do that.
Brett, Matt, and Tim, just generic white guy, fucking up north shit right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
dude.
To top it all off, swinging on a tire swing.
Swinging
Go
on
ahead.
the
Right.
yeah.
Well, Devin was down the street. We all looked like fucking punk rockers. It was fun.
Devin was on his way
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Kyle's gonna meet up with him too.
after
Mhm.
catechism.
You're all right, man.
It's,
My
tough,
bad.
it's tough to talk on this podcast. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's
No.
very-
It's like you're right. You're right. There was a Kyle there. There was a fucking
A
six
Matt.
Spot
Matts.
on.
Yeah.
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 11 Nicks.
Yep. So tell me what Andrew was gonna do later.
Shut up. How did you know? You know these people? But so it's just like Tim goes, "Hey, watch this." He pulls his dick out and he starts to piss, and just like it cascades down so that like as Matt was at the apex of the swing,
Oh, nice.
it just lands on him, and he starts flailing. Going, oh, what the fuck? And then
So he like went into the piss with some momentum too.
yeah, and
It's
it's
just like raining. It's just like just fucking.
It's like when you're on a lazy river or something, and then a waterfall comes, and then you like whip into it, and then you're like, oh shit,
You can't stop it.
yeah,
So you just,
and then you're saving it.
And this another time.
for some reason his mouth stayed open.
Yeah, that was the weird part about it. Why did he gargle?
Yeah.
EJ, you've been on a lazy river before?
Yeah, so shout out to Deep River Water Park.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Have you ever?
I can
Have you
swim,
ever
yes,
gone? Have
if
you
that's your
ever?
question,
Have you ever
yes.
gone tubing? Like
I have. Yeah,
like down a river?
I've been not down a river. I was in a lake though. Come
Okay.
on, dude. How many
different
white
types of
girls do you have to
tubing.
date? What do you? Come on, like what do you
Hey,
think?
just
I've-
checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Have you ever done a campfire?
Yeah. Like I've been to bonfires. I've been up north. I've been I've done all that shit.
What is this all with like white like girlfriends or friends or whatever?
Actually, the one I tubed, it was with a Brazilian girl,
okay.
but all her friends were like white and shit. So.
What is like the black going up north? Belle Isle?
Damn near shit.
I'm not serious. What was that amusement park that?
Yeah, black going up north is Cedar Point.
Yeah. No, but wasn't there like an amusement park on Belle Isle?
Yeah, there was. It's like closed off.
Yeah. What the fuck was it called?
Oh God, what's it called? Royce the 5'9" did a song with somebody about
Bob Low Boat.
Boblo.
No,
yeah, that's
fucking Bob something Island.
Boblo, yeah.
With J. Cole, the
I don't
best
think it was
rapper
called
alive.
that.
All right.
But
Let's not
yeah.
go there.
Wait, did you say J. Cole's the best rapper alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I thought you liked B.O.B.
I did like B.O.B. for a while. I saw him in concert.
because he's a flat earther.
He is, yeah.
Is he?
That's why I fuck with him, bro. Him and Kyrie Irving, bro. Yeah. Flat Earth gang.
Hell yeah.
F-E-G, Feg. Feg. Real close.
Hey, Fig. What do you
You
with?
a fig. It's figs.
Have you ever like found yourself like do you like white it up for like when you're in those situations like meeting like a white family or something? Like do you ever like
So,
get outy?
yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Does the N word ever slip out in conversation like you do?
No.
Like it does, like
When I'm around
Let's
white
hear-
friends, then yeah, I don't give a shit. But like,
Okay.
when
like family.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm like your white girlfriend's like sister or mom or something,
yeah.
and we're meeting for the first time.
All right.
What do you?
talk to me.
EJ, this is my sister, Stephanie. I don't know.
Hi,
Sure.
Stephanie. How
Hi,
you
I'm
doing?
Stephanie.
Hi.
Oh man.
Hi, Stephanie. Nice to meet you.
Folks, what I just watched was beautiful. I watched Nick. I've come up with a name.
Yeah.
Stop. Sigh. Stephanie. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
I just want to paint the picture.
I was
But
gonna, yeah,
Just fucking.
because I looked at her and then she's so brown. I was like, oh God, Consuelo.
I just have to lean into like, you just gotta lean into like the endings of your words, kind of. So instead of say, I've been instead of being like, yeah, I've been working at Calexico, you gotta be like, yeah, I've been working at Calexico.
Yeah.
It's in downtown Detroit. Like it's kind of a cool area, but you know,
it's really
kind
on
of.
the
it's
come up.
really
kind of on the come up.
You know, a lot of people say that it's you know, that is, you know, getting better down there, and you know, I really love it down there. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I hate this, man. I hate this. I want my friend back.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like that sorry to bother you shit. I don't lean into it as hard, but like
Yeah.
you definitely got to whiten it up for the old people.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
that's what all Thanksgiving was. I listened to fucking.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Did you have to clear the plates?
They got clear the. Oh shit! I came to help as soon as I came in that bitch, dog. You know, that house too big. They live in this big ass plantation looking house, dog.
I'm telling you.
I'm like, nigga,
Were they sipping lemonade on the porch and rocking chairs when you got there? All right. So the one word that I think that like I don't know if Bonics is the correct way to say this, but the one word that most black people say correctly in the way that white people don't, I think, is aunt.
Yeah,
That's how it's spelled.
you gotta say aunt.
Yeah, we guys
Yeah.
are aunt.
Like some
This is my
idiots.
aunt
Yeah.
And
Linda.
you guys say
My aunt
auntie.
brought some pop.
Yeah.
My aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you pronounce it. Aunt. AU makes aw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aunt. This is my aunt. But you're like, this is my aunt Becky.
You guys got that one down, but as soon as you got to ask somebody a question,
Yeah.
The best one is ambulance. I don't know
The
what
ambulance.
Yeah, the police.
Yeah, every
The
time I hear
police and the
ambulance, I'm just like,
ambulance
that's
come.
so
Police,
much
the
better.
ambulance, and McDonald's.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You're changing it from Irish to Scottish.
Yeah, right.
Which is fucking bullshit. You do not talk about my culture like
Yeah,
that.
you don't mix those up.
Wait, which one? Irish or Scottish?
I don't fucking.
You don't
I'm,
okay.
I'm all of them. I know.
Yeah, you're just
The one-
you're just
You're
regular
mutt.
white.
The word that white people fuck up is where we just add another letter in is like I've heard I gotta put it in the warsh.
Warsh.
You ever
I
heard
think
that?
I think
Yeah.
that's Midwest. I think that's because my
I-
homeboy dad say that shit.
The only person that I know who says that is a black woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Damn.
Mhm.
Warsh.
There's
Yeah.
like a
I
bunch
feel
of
like
like
that's Midwest.
in Philadelphia in that area they call it worder.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Worder.
God,
I've
that's
heard
terrible.
like Paul McCartney say like I saw her.
Sore.
Yeah. Like there's no R.
I saw it. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Were you in?
Weird.
I feel like we talked. Were you in speech class growing up or no? Or is it just me that had mental?
You was the only one that was
Not like
retarded
a
when you was kid.
speech like therapy class.
But you like had to go.
No,
thing?
no. I had some other shit going on.
Kept saying that.
Like what?
Yeah, I had like
You had the helmet.
no
ADD?
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like for a while they were trying this like he's got ADD, but we don't want to give him medication.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Yeah.
hey, we're gonna talk. You're
Your
gonna
parents
talk.
didn't want to give you med.
I think so,
Yeah.
It slipped, y'all. You could have been to Harvard if you had Adderall when you was a kid.
dude. It's no
Would have
man.
never been a comedian.
That shit. I mean, it did get me through high school. I can't do comedy on Adderall. Any uppers, I can't do it.
Really.
Can't
Facts.
fucking do it. It doesn't work.
Facts.
Thinking too
Well,
much?
Does it turn you into a completely different person? Like, are you just dull?
Kind of, yeah. I'm like laser focused, but
Mm.
like the one time I did comedy on Adderall, I was just like, there was no pauses for laughter. There was a point where I was just like, stop laughing, I'm not done. Like,
And another thing.
because it just becomes like a
Corporate, you turn
constant.
into Bernie Sanders up there.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
No, yeah, it's a constant like rope of thought in your head, like where you, and you're
Yeah.
thinking of the next thing or something like that.
And
It's
it-
not good for comedy. Probably good for writing, maybe.
oh yeah, it's wonderful for writing graphic design projects,
Yeah.
math homework.
Trying to jerk off.
Makes
No, it
sense.
is not. That's
Not good for jerking off.
No,
No
it's
way.
Hence, trying.
right.
Right.
You'll be determined to get the damn job.
Oh yeah.
No. Once again, sober. Well, that's not really sex, but sober
Yeah.
shit. Sober sexual activity is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we did a roast the other day, and I was having real struggle trying to write jokes for Mercer
Yeah,
because
me
all
too.
it came down to was like, which isn't even 100% true, but it's like the only thing I have is that like everybody knows you're hilarious, and like in conversation you're the funniest motherfucker, and like just off the top of the dome you can come up with the most off the wall shit, but then a lot of times you'll go up there and try material and it just falls dead.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
when you're going off the cuff it's fine, but then I watch it happen. You go into material and there's nothing.
It's
Yeah.
And it's
awful.
like that's the only thing I could think of for you. I was
Yeah.
wondering what your thoughts on that were.
I thought that could have been a really good roast joke.
How you, how you
Yeah, if
think
I
the roast-
explained it that nicely.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I don't know, man.
That shit with a biggity bomb, bro. If you said that shit,
Well-
like how you so how you think Johanna think we went too far on some shit?
Oh, I mean, you two.
That's
like,
not fair.
had
but-
it was.
I thought it was fun.
I thought it was fun too. It's a little fuzzy, but
Here's my thing. I think
I was impressed. You, Nick and Johanna, both. I think like really fucking went.
Yeah.
I was
thought
like
it was nice.
impressed. I thought it was good.
I thought it was
yeah.
good and healthy.
dude.
I was like the Jerry Springer show, but we didn't swing.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think bros are so great for comedy, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Cause like
Yeah.
cause it's like a release almost. Like it's like you can
If you really soul search, yeah. I guess
if you
it could
like
be.
you can really like see what you can like say about your friends and see how they take it and shit. But
Mhm.
it's like dope because they're gonna say it back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's healthy.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like an audit. It's like a vibe check. It's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
let's all just.
It's
you
like
know,
the purge.
It's
kind of.
dude, me telling you that it's hard to write a roast joke about you is like I think that's a huge compliment.
That is a huge
Because
compliment.
like if you got some like
that's nice of you.
everybody
to-
has something that you can just like fuck with, like what would get them psychologically, like what would, everybody's got some fucked up thing about them, but if you do, you hide it well, you hide it real well, because
Yeah.
you seem like a genuinely good person
Oh fuck,
that like
man.
just only beats his dog when he gets home or something like that.
God
You,
damn it.
you do something.
That's
and we're
like
gonna
a
get
roast.
it
That
out.
feels like a roast. It's like,
Yeah.
stop saying that,
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
shut up. You
That's-
got a shitty beard.
Yeah. No.
No, it's fine. It's great beard. I'm
Could
just, I just the first thing I
See,
saw.
see what I'm saying? Nice guy.
It's so hard to get out of roast mode once you get into it.
Yeah, I've noticed
For
that.
real,
Like,
like, it's
3
so
days
hard.
later, it's like, oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
And I know I'm just doing a set,
The
but
whole ride home, I'm like, man, I could have said like 20 different
I
things,
forgot a
bro.
few
I was like, I
of them.
forgot this, I forgot that.
I don't know, man. I'm getting kind of sick of the roast just 'cause,
For real.
like,
We only have one more.
that's it
Yours?
for
Mine.
the year.
Yeah, but we probably won't do it again next year for
That's-
everyone's birthday.
Yeah, I think we
That's-
should do something like,
I
I don't
think
know.
we should have a roasted battle.
A toast battle.
Drugs.
Toast. Yeah, just drugs.
Drugs.
Just have a party and enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, that sounds
Like a
fantastic.
bunch of fucking normals.
How
Right.
about we have a toast battle, but it's still a roast battle? Be like,
Have you heard of Boast Rattle?
Boast
okay, are we doing that?
rattle. So you just talk about how great we are at not being shit.
Well, it's like
Yeah,
a
it's gonna turn into a roast.
it's a reverse roast that they do it on. I can't remember where they do it, but it's like you have to give the person that you're battling a compliment.
But it's backhanded.
Mm.
But it's usually like, you know, it's just a writing exercise like roasting is, you know, because like, do I want to hurt your feelings or do you just want to go like, Italian guy, you know, like you can use stereotypes or personal stuff, and like that mean spirited shit gets like channeled, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes like a writing exercise. Like, oh, you look like this, that, and then you put your spin on it. That's
Do you think roast
roast.
jokes can go too far?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure, but.
Yeah, definitely. Like you fucking Jew. I should have got you in the Well,
Like even if
even that is like. Sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say even me, like say that we had a Jewish person at the roast, and I was like, "You fucking Jew, Hitler would have got you a month dead or something like that."
That's
like
just
that.
not
Yeah,
very
that's
funny.
just
That's
not
just
funny,
mean.
and
Yeah.
it's just like, but it's
You
it's,
got to be funny first and mean.
That wouldn't
second.
be going too far because it's obvious that the person doesn't believe that the Jews should have been exterminated or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, what would go too far? Something personal about like maybe something that just happened.
Yeah, like if it's like
Yeah. Exactly.
you get-
Talk. Yeah, I'll try to. I'll try to like noodle it out of her.
Yeah, what's-
Noodle it out of her.
what's up?
Okay, noodle means feeling weird. It does not mean feeling horny. It does not mean
Can't you feel a little noodly when you're getting those tingles?
Yeah.
Starts on my toes, makes me crinkle. My rigatoni.
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 No, I
This could be like the post. You know how they do after the reality shows where they talk about what happened.
Where are they
Oh,
now?
Yeah.
where
No,
are they
I'm talking
now?
about the ones right after, like where they discuss how they just smack Tina in the face, and then they discuss it with some white dude sitting in the middle. Like, so why did you smack her in the face? She's like, 'cause she a fake ass bitch. That's and then she just smacks her again.
Next week on Flavor of Love.
Yeah. So
You started roasting Noah because he's
I
just sitting there like.
You roasted Noah?
I was reaching. I ran out of
Yeah.
shit, bro.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm worried that like because we're all a clique, you know. Let's
Yeah.
just come on and say it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but like because we're
You
all
heard
like.
it here first, folks.
What was that about?
Oh, it's
I want
we'll
to
talk later.
We want to talk about that too.
Just everyone. I was like moving all day the other day and just like looked at my my Facebook feed and I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, we're talking about clicks.
All I saw was everybody defending that it wasn't a clique.
I don't know. So like
Okay.
basically like because we're all we hang out a lot and we're around each other a lot, like there's a line between like, come on, I know this is comedy, but like like I've been in that position where it's like, don't fucking that's off limits. Don't do that. Or don't like, come on, man, I'm still like a person. Don't like keep it to, be brutal, but and that's why like I don't know. I didn't
It's very I don't know.
Yeah, because
where's
a
the
part of
line
me is
then?
exactly. A part of me is like we're comics. We should all be able to take that, like, because I look at it like this. I was telling Nick, I was like, one of the most traumatizing things that ever happened to me was that my legs don't work,
And
you
that
know?
is like the
This
first
is like
thing
the-
everybody
This is like the saddest shit that's ever fucking happened to me in my life.
man.
Like I am like
It's actually
literally
really fucked up.
immobile.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking stand on my tippy toes, dude. Like I can barely go up a fucking. But like everybody roasts it, and it's cool. Like because it's like that is
you're
what
cool
it
with
is.
that, right? I mean, you make jokes about it. Are you like? Does it ever get to you?
Nah,
No.
I just do my crying.
All
at
right. How
home.
about this? You.
Yeah, you noodly live.
Wait, you
by
say
the
you do your
place.
crying at home? Really? Like, does
nah,
it?
Nah, it does. Nah, it don't bother me. But that's
I'd
what I'm
cry
saying.
once a week if
As
I
a
had your
as a
situation.
as a comic, I'm just like, it is what it is, dog. Like it's like damn near. If the joke is good, everything for it's like.
Like I roasted Johanna for her dad leaving, and then
Yeah.
she roasted me for my dad dying. Like
Yeah,
she used my own joke against me.
That shit
like,
was
Oh
funny
yeah.
as
that
hell.
was- See, it's that kind of shit where it's like, you know, you might have a joke. You have a joke about it, and I think if you have a joke about something, then it's like fair game. You
Yeah.
know?
And
Or
that's
if
how I
you don't
feel.
make
I
it
feel like
public.
Well, I just felt like, okay, oh, we're going there. Okay. You know what I mean?
that's the
Right.
fun thing about roast is like when you hear how far the one person's gonna go, it's like I bet.
I heard somebody
But-
say,
Feel like-
Jesus. One of my jokes, dude. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, it's
man.
like you like were
problem.
you were like Nick was like roasting me on like my mental health,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah, I knew
and
you'd
like
be okay with that.
and I was like roasting you on like being a man child.
Yeah.
But it's not like we were up there like roasting each other about our genitals. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that would have been fucked up.
You actually said my dick was small, so what the fuck are you talking
Come
about?
on, that's fair game. You can say anyone has a
I did
small
not
dick.
say
You
that.
fucking said. Yeah, that's hilarious that you said that because you said.
Oh, everything should
I
be
did
on
not
limits.
say that. I did not. Did I really say that? What was the
Johanna,
joke?
I think we talked
Part of me
ourselves out
thinks
of jokes being
I'm a little
going too
glad
far.
we didn't have a recording. I'm actually, I wish we had a
I wish
recording of
we
it,
recorded
but
it.
maybe it's good
Yeah.
that the universe just has that. The night was for the
Yeah, it
universe,
was for
you
us.
know?
It's
It's
for
like
us.
the 70s again. Like, nobody.
What did I say though?
Something about this and that and your little dick.
I think
I'm
you're
sure,
making
I'm
that
almost
up.
positive a little dick
No,
came
If
out
that's
of there.
too far, then guess what? You just revealed about yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
If I just made that up in my head, like I thought she said that.
Yeah.
No, I was driving the next
Yes.
day. Like,
Ride along
it's
exclusive.
nice.
Nick's dick is actually little, y'all. The ride
Right.
along
Just
exclusive.
googling like average.
Yeah. Like, I'm 5.5 inches,
What is
bitch.
some
Chill.
median size?
Little Dick Nick.
But I think we just kind of proved that jokes can't really go too far for real.
Yeah, and then if they're jokes, I mean, there's like venom. If
it
there's
can only-
venom, then it's
If you
like
can only go too far if
work
the
it out.
person is sensitive about it. Like, say you got cancer a week before, which is probably way too soon to joke about it. But then I get up there and be like, you fucking can't. You're going to die. Or whatever. Like, obviously, I haven't written a joke, but
yeah,
is that if you laugh at it, it's fine.
right? And if I'm like oh shit, I've got cancer, and I tell you privately, and you're like, hey, I'm like, I don't know, like I'm kind
Can I
of freaking
expose
out.
it to everybody.
And yeah, and then you go like, you got cancer, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And just be like,
And your mom's there and she didn't know yet.
Ugh.
Brett?
well, I've had people like
My baby.
like in conversation. I don't know, like with Big Time Garbage. I mean, we go fucking pretty hard at each other, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of like.
Like Blaine really hates the fact that he's 3 feet tall.
No, he
guys
doesn't.
fucking
He really doesn't.
lean
It's
in-
just become the thing of the podcast.
Mm.
But like,
By the way, your Bart Dangus impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
Mwah.
yeah, well, he'll never be able to see it because it's not recorded and he wasn't there.
Yeah,
Yeah, why didn't we record it?
Nobody
I don't
did.
know, man.
Bart Dangus
Sad.
didn't bring his camera.
exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody told me, Carolyn told me that he's installing cameras there soon and gonna record everything, so he can be like Mark. I think so he could be like Mark Ridley and just sit at home and watch everybody.
Yeah.
Text Johanna, I like this kid. Bring
But
him back.
I heard that he was also going to install cameras in the main, like the
Bathroom.
club, not just the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I don't steal any purses.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
Chuck Berry of Detroit comedy.
Hell
But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I kind of didn't have a lot of time to like write jokes, so I was just
Same.
like, all right, I gotta.
I kind of wrote a lot of them during the show, and I recycled.
I heard one of you two, because you guys were sitting at like the guest of honor chair. I heard one of you two during my set go, "Give me a pen." Somebody
Yeah.
give me a pen.
Yeah.
You had said
I asked you
something.
for a pen too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember. You had said something. I was gonna try to rebuttal. I didn't think of anything, but I was just like,
man, I
this
forgot
mother-
some good ones.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like at the beginning. This was gonna be my opener. I was gonna be like, I wanted to do a moment of silence for Jack Wood, but Mercer will be up here telling jokes soon, so it'll be silent enough, which would have got a few chuckles at least.
I
Then
don't
I was
think
gonna say
any
Free Bilal.
chuckles would have fucking
Yeah.
come from that one,
I
bro.
think Free Bilal at the end would have got a few laughs.
Yeah, yeah, that would have got some.
Dude,
laughs.
like what was funny about your set is that you kept on. You said you would say something and then you'd go like, "Oof, they told me to be mean. I don't want." Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna go like, "You're not that mean. Come on."
Felt like it was.
It wasn't that mean.
Yeah.
I thought you for sure were gonna be meaner.
Really?
Yeah, that's see. My plan was I was gonna spend a lot of my set like not doing like jokes, but explaining myself because I feel like that's when I get roasted, especially on the podcast. It's usually just like, let me explain. Like, let me explain.
Dude,
And
I
Yeah,
predicted
just like
beforehand that you were gonna like do something like different, like
Off
an
the
Andy
wall.
Sandberg type.
Yeah.
You ever see when he did that shit, like where he like you passive aggressive sweetheart roasted you.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
Like I knew you were gonna do something different, and then you get up there and just start roasting people by
yeah.
saying their horoscopes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually really funny.
I was so excited about that idea, but then it just like wasn't hitting, and
No,
I
I
was just
was
like,
I
I was like, fuck, how
do
long?
cancer.
Can
Do me.
But it was literally like the whole night. I was like in the back, just like scouring Facebook pages, trying to find everyone's birthday, typing it in, and then going down to
Yeah,
the
that
negative
is
traits
wild.
and just screenshot. Just like, all right, bring it up.
That's what happens when you write last minute, dog. You just pull out anything, son, for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
I prefer writing last minute for roasts.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get
I
a
just-
little angry first.
I just feel like the pressure is really on. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Dog,
homework.
once
Well,
once
I'm-
you start hearing people shit, like it's like,
Yeah.
all right, bet.
I'm also just naturally a procrastinator, but like
Yeah.
I wrote all those jokes like I think a half hour before the show started
Yeah.
or 20 minutes before the show started.
It's easy. Yeah.
And then you just riff a little bit off of, like you said, what everyone else is saying. So,
Yeah.
you know.
It was a good time. Good
It
time
was a
all
good
around.
time, man. It was a good time for our clique.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
What was? Can we
So
talk
pretty-
about that?
Yeah. So pretty much, there was a comic who will remain nameless, that got on a podcast that will remain nameless, and pretty much to paraphrase, you're saying like like pretty much like get booked at clubs like I do. Yes,
I'm good.
I would.
Yeah.
Pretty much booked at clubs, just join the clique, and then
Mm.
and that's why all the producers on the shows get booked on the big shows, just because they just join cliques and shit like that. Which there's a tad bit of truth to that, but
You guys produce the indie. Why can't you guys feature at your own shows there? I don't
that's
understand.
all I'm saying is like,
Yeah.
One, first off, like people that complain about cliques, is usually trash comics, and it's usually people that like identify themselves as like introverts and like they don't want to fucking make friends and shit. Like, oh fuck that, I'm not gonna fucking do that. But then they fucking complain about the same shit that they're actively avoiding. You know what I mean? And then so
Yeah. Don't blame on being an introvert. Noah Chap is part of the
facts.
He's there
Yeah,
all the
Noah
time.
Chap is the
Yeah.
fucking click. No, he just shows up to fucking mics. That's you know what I'm saying. And then so, but anyways, he and yeah, he was saying like the producers are the only ones that get on those shows and blah blah blah. That's why it's bullshit or whatever. And I guess everybody got on the internet and started pretty much,
defending.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's kind of vague posting about it. And
just vague posting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, people are being comics like, oh yeah, you guys want to join my clique, then blah blah blah. I don't know, man. I do think it's like stupid that like that's something that people kind of complain about because like it's not really a clique, yo. Like you just
Be more likable.
like have you made friends ever in
Well-
your life? Like that's
Right.
like that's how friends work.
Yes,
you meet
exactly, yes.
you meet people that you fuck with and you like want to hang out with them over like more than once.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
and
I will say this, just to your point, like they're in the past like 4 or 5 years, like when I first started comedy, there was no scene like in Detroit. I mean, aside from like some of like the black rooms and stuff, but there wasn't like a bunch of people who live in Hamtramck or Detroit. I mean, even Ferndale or around here that like that come to like
right.
this like there was like maybe one mic in in like all of Hamtramck, and everyone after shows would just fucking go home because no one was friends. And now there's been like a good enough scene that's been cultivated over the course of like years that there is an opportunity for there to be like a social circle, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And it happens with like every fucking scene. Like every scene, there's like there's the city comics that are at Brooklyn, and there's like the Brooklyn scene and the Manhattan stuff, and then there's like Long Island, which same city but 3 different scenes, and enough to like, you know, to make enough for there to be a difference between, you know, somebody who regularly performs in the city or slightly outside of it.
Yeah.
And it used to be like all of Michigan that was the case, you know, and it's just become more localized with how much more opportunities.
So like, if you think about it, like cliques are kind of doing comedy a favor.
Yeah, because it's like that's
in a way, like it's.
I feel like it kind of started with like these large production teams, like Tonight versus Everybody, and then like, then subsequently
it's
the
like because a group of people are gathering together to put on something big for damn near everybody else.
Because it used
You know
to be
what I'm
like
saying?
me and Zach with Chucky Finster, Blaine and Diego with their show, Ray and Laura with theirs, and then we just kind of like coordinate between the 3 of us.
A clique it's just a product of a better comedy scene, a growing comedy scene. There's no cliques in the woods with like one person living. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
only
Like
two
how much can
people-
you get done with with you by yourself? You know what I mean? Like.
But like it sounded like
anything is
whoever
selfish.
this was is accusing you guys of not just I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine, but like actively being like, don't scratch anybody else's back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see exactly what it was,
I
but
was out of the whole fucking thing.
I'm going off. I'm going off kind of like
Just wanna
hearsay
gang.
shit. But
yeah.
but I just know it became like, and I see a lot of posts about that shit about like cliques and comedy need to stop and blah 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 blah.
Everyone should hang out with everyone exactly once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need to disperse our
Yeah.
friendships. Friendship inequality.
Right. It's like so like you been to an AA meeting, bro? Like you don't call them a clique?
Yeah. And what's
You know,
interesting is
like-
I guess like stand up is like, I mean, the lore of it, or not the lore, the allure of it, I guess is the better word, is that it's like a lone wolf kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you write your own jokes, you're not working with anybody, you're building your own shit, you're making your own opportunities,
You're on stage by yourself.
but that's literally never how it works, though. You're always helped out by somebody else. You're
Right.
always helping somebody else out. Like it's
That's
way
with
more
anything, dog. Like
Right.
yeah.
it's way more of a team thing than people have been willing to admit.
Well,
know?
and also like there's just every mic is well not every mic, but most mics are like weekly or Are you okay?
Sorry, man. I thought it
No,
would be a
he
good
did
bit
not.
for the podcast. I wanted to ruin all your
EJ's beer just exploded all over his
I
dead
didn't do that.
legs.
That's- here.
There's paper towel in the kitchen.
Give me a second. I'm sorry.
You peed your pants. It's okay. Everyone does it.
All right. And
You're
now
only
the part
cool
of
if you pee your pants.
Now the part of the podcast where these two nincompoops.
Yeah, these two fucking idiots. Oh,
So what's up?
God.
What's
God
up?
help me, Mercer.
You
I have to
good?
be on this podcast with these idiots.
Yeah.
No, I'm great. I cut my hair off today. That was cool.
Nice. You
Other
missed
than
a
that,
big chunk of it.
yeah. Nothing. We're just talking about my haircut.
Was that all the stuff I saw upstairs being swept up?
Yes, that's
Okay.
yeah. That was me and my mental breakdown. I was cleaning up after that.
Yeah, you're going through one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, December 1st is the end of your shit.
Yeah, and I
And
yep.
She cut her hair off. That's
And
what
I
people.
cut my hair off.
Yeah.
Under
Britney
your
Spears
shit?
style.
What do you
Yep.
mean under your shit?
Well, I just like took a break from the indie and quote unquote break because like I can't take a break.
Took a
Yeah.
fake break.
Oh,
Well,
God.
You took a
I
15-minute.
had like 5 booked shows in November, and I didn't want to like not do them, so
Yeah.
I did those. But mostly, I was just trying to be like a normal fucking human being, and I like went to a couple concerts and hung out with my friends from college.
Who
and
did you
like,
see?
I saw Bishop Briggs and Jax Anderson.
Okay.
Sound like
Yeah.
some bullshit.
They're amazing. Sounds like some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
They're some pretty well respected artists. So No, what I was gonna just say about the whole click thing is just like the mics are like either weekly or monthly or whatever. Like we just see each other so much, and it's like, oh, my bad for like being like-minded with certain individuals.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, we created a team built by like who can we stand to work with every single week.
It's the people
Like
we see.
like
and fuck with
we're in a
every
group
single
chat
week.
that lives in my phone, and it goes off every second of every day, you know. Like if I were working with people who I couldn't stand, I would be like, this is not enjoyable for me. Like I don't want to like create a space or create quote unquote art
Yeah.
you know, with people who I can't fucking stand.
Yeah, it's
You know?
is literally like you kind of faulting people because we're the ones that go to mics. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's like
Who
we
put
show up
them
to
on, too. I think more importantly, like that's. Like,
wait, what'd you say?
who puts the mics on?
Yeah.
You know, who's doing the work that it takes to have a thriving
Right.
scene.
You
know?
complaining
Yeah.
about the clicks, but you also signing up at the open mic.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, yo, you need us to put this on so you could do your time, bro. Like
Yeah.
what the like?
Right.
Like the like rooms start because you can't get booked at other rooms. That's
Yeah.
how this whole shit
Uh-huh.
started.
Exactly.
Right. I don't know, man.
Also, if you're feeling like an outsider, maybe it's you
Yeah.
and not us.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
Hang out.
like look in the fucking mirror, or just show up more with a better attitude.
there's the majority of like comics aren't really assholes. You know what I mean? Like there's obviously gonna be some, but like for the most part, at least in my experience, like everyone's like been easy to talk to. Like you know you could
Right.
you know whatever.
Within comics, though, I feel like we're all assholes to most people, regular people.
You think we're assholes to regular people?
Yeah, I think.
I think on stage maybe. I don't think we're.
Well, yeah, probably we're nice in real life or whatever, but like to other comics, we shouldn't. I don't think be viewed as assholes. Just maybe overly truthful, kind of annoying.
Talk about that,
annoying
though.
to
You
watch
think-
the news with?
You think
Okay.
you think all comics are assholes to regular people?
In a way,
Like
Yeah.
like how?
well, just because like when like somebody's saying some like generic sentence, like just about the weather, we'll say or whatever, like, or we're watching
just
some
kind of
stupid
shit on it or
commercial.
something.
Yeah, I think like I said this before on the podcast. I think a comic is annoying to watch TV with.
Oh, because we'll fucking
Be like,
we'll
yeah,
shit on
oh
everything.
yeah, right. Like this guy
Yeah.
did this. I don't know. Just we're overly analytical.
Yeah, we'll-
based on the job.
We'll watch we'll watch like an animal documentary, and I'll be like, it'll show like the round Earth, and I'll be like,
Yeah,
fuck
bullshit.
that. This is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Well, that's just your stupidity. That's not you being a comedian. But like,
That's me being smart, bro.
I mean, that's the job, dude. To be not an asshole, but like that is what a lot of regular
To find the
people.
bullshit and regular shit.
Yes.
kind of.
Yes, and so like one works. Sometimes people don't want to know bullshit. Some people just want to keep on going on with their life and listening to Christmas music and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to Christmas music, but like I don't know. We're just annoying to people that want to just go on and live their fucking life with rose-colored glasses. Sometimes I think, but
That
the trick of like well, that's just in conversation. I'm thinking, but on stage, the trick is to take this thing that everybody thinks of doesn't really think of,
Yeah.
just says or whatever, and be like, wait a minute,
But I feel like people are really excited to like hang out with comics.
maybe
Maybe not. I don't know.
they're not like sitting there like roast me,
Like
Because
at
we
least
are
when you're-
nice. I get what you're saying.
At least when you're up there and you do your fucking thing, and then you get off stage, and then like everybody just wants to fucking talk to you and like buy you beers or like just kind of like they're trying to be funny around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Well, like Johanna, like if a guy hits on you, you probably are gonna that you don't fuck with or whatever, like, or he's talking to you at the bar, you're probably gonna respond in a way that he's not used to if based on talking to normal girls. You'll probably be honest and say something that most people would consider mean. Like I don't know.
I hate that you just said normal girl. I fucking never hated
comics.
anything more in my life.
Yeah, I mean, we got to find a better way to refer to the normies.
to the normies, because
The customers.
What do you? I mean,
yeah, I don't know what else to call it.
true,
Because I call
true,
because I don't.
dude.
I don't.
And customers are always right in this situation, actually, I think. Unless there's a shitty crowd and they're not listening. But, like, This might be the one profession where the customer is always right.
What
Comedy. Yeah. If they don't laugh at your shit, it wasn't funny. It's most likely 99% of the time I think it's your fault.
I don't know about 99%.
All right, 80.
How can you say that though when
I
you
say
like
80.
you're saying this you have the same set
Mm-hmm.
that you
and
perform in front of
you've sung
every
for
single
different people,
crowd.
yeah. Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Like it's
99%.
not
Yeah,
like
99
it's not
wasn't
like
fair.
you're
You're
pulling
right.
it's not like you're pulling out like brand new shit or
Yeah.
like
Yeah, there's environmental factors. There's like how you said it sometimes, which I think falls on you.
Is the sun out?
True.
right.
My big thing is recently is
Let me
like, how
drink
am I
some beer.
feeling? For the longest time, I couldn't. If I was feeling shitty, I couldn't just perform through that.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
high
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah, and that because why aren't these jokes working? It's like, oh, because I was like sad when I said it.
Really.
You know?
Yeah. But then, like, if you're feeling good, sometimes it won't work. Maybe.
Yeah. It's
I think there's just way too many factors to even fucking think about it. Sometimes if I'm really sad, I have really good sets.
Mm-hmm.
Same. If
It's
I'm
weird.
Super, yeah, same.
Like if
I'm
I'm
angry,
really, really angry or sad,
Mhm,
I'm
yeah.
like, bet.
yeah.
Let me fuck this crowd up.
But it's hard to
you know?
fucking channel that every time. Like 'cause
Yeah.
sometimes you're like
Or like nervous when you're nervous.
Mm-hmm.
you have.
Oof.
I turn that shit into some good shit.
Really.
Oh yeah.
I do alright when I'm nervous.
Because it's just
I don't
like
care.
coursing through my fucking
Yeah.
veins.
When do you do the
Well,
worst?
I feel everything times 1,000, and we all know that.
Yeah.
So,
When do you think you do the? How do you think you're feeling when you do the worst?
I think I get like okay. So a lot of my jokes are dirty. So it's
Yeah.
like I get a little frustrated because I'm like these are still jokes. Like just
Mhm.
because they're kind of gross, like I don't know, like these. And I hate to be like these work in other rooms, you know. But like it's true though. Like I get a little frustrated. Like Nick and I just did this show at a cigar bar in Royal Oak,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a comic that went up 2 comics before me, and not one fucking laugh for him.
Really?
Like, and he wasn't doing bad. Like they just
wasn't
like
his people?
they just weren't budging. I don't know,
Yeah.
and like they weren't really budging for the next one. And then they like I got some laughs out of them, but it was just like they're just like holding back when I'm like starting to be gross, and I'm just like, the fuck.
I in my recording I heard the other day. You can hear Johanna in the back after I tell a joke. The bomb. She goes, "Told you."
Well, no, it's because I opened up with a new one, and then I said.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, all right, guys, no new jokes to this crowd. That's
Yeah.
fine. Let's move on.
fucking memory.
And
man.
then Nick did a new one too, and he was like, I guess you're right, no new ones. And that's when I said, told you.
Royal Oaks suck.
But like I don't know, the customer is, 85% right in comedy. What do you think?
I say like 75.
I'll say this. May I offer this?
Please.
Yes, please.
The customer is always right, but the customer is dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Just simple, stupid. Like they're like
That is a bar right
cattle,
there.
right? So like
That's why hacky jokes work.
Yeah.
it's why hacky jokes
Right.
work one for one.
bars.
It's also why like okay, so like if you said you went up after somebody who didn't get any laughs.
It was like two guys in a row that didn't really get a lot of laughs. The first guy didn't.
But they were good comics, right?
Uh,
Or were they good?
Regardless
Regardless,
of how
yeah.
good they
Names.
are or how bad they are.
Yeah.
All right,
So
it was
Bart
me.
Dangus,
It was me.
sorry,
Yeah.
and Brett Mercer.
and
just
Blaine
fucking-
Hill was hosting.
Yeah.
So
It's called big time garbage.
Yeah. But like, I mean, just like somebody having like a extremely killer or extremely not killer set before you, that'll change like the mood of the room. So like, you gotta
Yeah.
do extra work to pick up the energy.
Environmental factors.
yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
guess-
5%. Let's give 5% for that.
5% environmental factors, 5% demographics. You know, people have different
Sure,
references.
sure.
5%.
Sure, you can't tell hip hop
Yeah.
jokes in an
10%.
all old people crowd,
Correct. You,
but that's your fault in a way
Right.
for trying it. So I'm gonna give you 2% on that. So we're at 7%.
okay. But that's exponential.
Mm.
Like, let's say the host is bad, the lighting's off, and the
Yeah.
microphone is like
It's just
too tinny.
Compiling, getting worse and
Yeah.
worse, like
Yep.
a curve.
Then, like-
the TVs are still on.
Literally anybody could bomb in that situation.
Yeah.
So it's I see that as more like, all right, you know what to expect, know how to meet
Right.
like this situation halfway.
Is the crowd
Mhm.
even there for the show, or was the crowd already there and there just happened to be a show?
Mm.
'Cause that's a lot of the cases.
That is too, but
That's very
here's
true.
why I think it's at least 85% our fault.
That still counts if the crowd's
Here's
not
why.
there to see comedy.
But
they're not even
what
gonna be paying attention.
how many
to
times
your
have you
ass.
seen somebody like Josh Adams or Boogie or whoever you think Diego, somebody go up to a crowd that's not working for anybody and fucking somehow turn it around? That's why I'm saying there's a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that starts with like being, at least presentable. Then starting with like as many like opening up with good hard hitting jokes that get people like, all right, this is what a joke is, like even if you're going up completely cold, this is what a joke is. This is their personality that I'm getting, and then setting up the table enough to like then go into more like out there or personal or whatever, and like it's such a fucking skill. And I don't know how to write for it.
I don't think any of us could even define what they do or whatever. But like, yeah, it's just weird seeing seeing everybody eat shit.
I feel like the 3 comics that you just named are people who genuinely like don't give a fuck. Like they don't care. Like it doesn't phase them that crowd is stiff or like, you know what I mean? Like because I think
don't either though, but they're just like pow 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 pow.
I think that
with the jokes.
I mean, speaking for me and you, I guess, like, we're pretty green. So, like, I still have, like, regardless if you feel it, like, on the surface, like, it's still in there. It's still, like, maybe in your it's in your subconscious
Definitely.
or whatever the fuck, like, it's in the back of your fucking head or I don't know.
You're right, absolutely
like,
right.
you're still I give a fuck. Like, I'm scared still. Like, as much as people are like, you have so much confidence, blah, blah, blah. Like, they,
Bullshit.
And I'm like,
I get that too. Yeah.
I'm faking it. Like I am 100% faking it because I'm terrified. Like you want to give me this challenge of like trying to turn this room around? Fuck you. Like that's terrifying. Yeah. So I don't know. I think those 3 specific comics don't care. And I also, this is the corniest thing I'll ever say. And I've heard it 1,000 times, but it's true as fuck. Like if you are having fun, they're having fun. And the second you're like, okay, the first one didn't go well, second one didn't go well, this is no longer fun for me. Now I feel like I'm just like a fucking circus monkey, like, and y'all are staring at me waiting for me to like shit in my hand.
That is so
like,
That is so
if
true.
your set goes so south, shitting in your hand is probably
right.
That's a good bet.
Plan B. Yeah.
I heard somebody say one time, which is kind of the same thing that you're saying, that like a good way to approach it is like you're up there and you have something to say to like you see a friend that you haven't seen in a long time. And so whatever your new bit is or whatever you got to say, tell them with that enthusiasm, like Mercer, I haven't seen you. With the enthusiasm of like I gotta get this out to you. Not like literally, but like just I don't know. I like that a lot. I wrote that down.
That's a good way to put it. Because you are still like when you go up there, no matter what the situation, you're fresh. They don't know you. They have no expectations unless they're like, oh geez, another fucking. They look at me and they go, oh geez, another fucking
black dude,
black guy,
Yeah.
big cock and confidence.
Yeah, we get it.
What is he gonna tell me that I haven't already heard?
White people
gonna
fell
go up there and
off.
fuck the stool.
Yeah. But what you were saying, like those specific 3 comics have been doing it for a long time. They know the fucking craft.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
it just comes with
to a point that I don't even think they could define. Probably wouldn't.
But I'll tell you this, like when you said like when you don't give a fuck and are just having fun, that's like I almost quit comedy. I was almost like I'm done a couple weeks ago. Like I was at the Comedy Store just like my illusions shattering about what a comic could be. Just,
yeah.
Sucks
Because you're watching real like killers.
Yeah, I'm watching like Eddie Pepitone not do well in front of a group of like Wednesday night frat dudes. I'm just like, damn, dude, like this is my idol.
Yeah.
Kinda. And
dude,
it just
I felt the
sucks.
same way when I saw Attell.
And it's just like, fuck this. Like, there's no, it's not good. Everything's awful. And then like, this is when I'm in LA. I come home, podcast with the boys, meltdown. Next episode's gonna be great. And just like, I don't fucking even know if I want to go to like Trixie's and like go to Trixie's, sign up as like fucking Don shit or whatever.
Johanna like to a T damn near. It's the same
No,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
like-
and y'all make fun of me for fucking feeling this way.
No,
but
I
as
don't-
soon as
I
a white
totally-
man says
No, I told
that
I actually don't believe it. She paid me to say all this.
we had to hear this from a dick.
gave him a 20 upstairs when he walked
Right.
in.
Yeah,
Hey, take
hell
your shoes
yeah.
off. Here's the 20.
Yeah. But no,
Oh shit! I'm not supposed to have my shoes off.
it's the same. It's,
No, you're fine. I got mine on.
No, that shit is depressing, man.
But yeah, it's like, so I went to Trixie's, signed up as fucking, and like I was just like, fuck it, I don't care, like just reckless abandonment of like I don't give a shit, and
It's a good
it's
song.
like, Blink-182,
Yeah.
love it,
I
yeah.
guess we got to get real. So like, what is it? Like Johanna, you too, because even when you quote unquote stepped away, something kept you around. You know what I mean? And that's the same with you.
Group
Like
chat.
like what
yeah,
is
I
it?
got posters to make.
Yeah, I got fucking,
I'll be like-
I got a
I'll be
to-do
like
list.
fucking- I'll be like fucking, all right, I'm taking like a month. I'm done with stand up. I'm not going to do any stand up except for the Town Pump because I got to host that. And I guess I got to help out on Mondays with Prankus. And then
Yeah,
313, of course, I got to
And then we need a host for Cocktail Hour.
But then I'm not going to do it. I'm not booked for anything at the Indies, so I might as well just like at least take a, and then I'd like show up because it's like, yeah, I kind of want some stage time, and I guess I'll set up some chairs too, and fucking like, it's just like it fills up every day of my
Yes.
fucking
So
like
you
week.
so you think part of it is that you stuck, or part of it is that you like kind of want to be stuck?
Well, see, there's
You're
two
stuck
different
and you wanna
sides
be
of
stuck.
Yeah.
There's two
We're all
sides of it.
equal,
There's the
completely.
side that wants to like write jokes and excel in this career or whatever, and be funny and learn how comedy works and how audiences work. But then like the other side of the brain is completely different. That's like
Yes.
marketing. That's fucking
Yes.
producing shows, laying out
Literally
lineups, and
other side of the brain too.
Yeah.
and those are
Yeah.
when one's thriving, the other one's suffering.
Ugh.
It's just
Amen.
the way it goes.
Yeah, I actually had a really good conversation with Lindsay Rendell and Bart Dangus last night about this exact subject.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like, this is the best I could explain it. Year one, the funnest.
Absolutely.
You're going to fucking mics, you're meeting new people, you're
Yeah.
drinking, you're like fucking having a great
getting
time.
better.
Oh
You
my
don't,
God.
yeah, you're getting
I'm
better.
killing now.
Yeah, like
I'm
no,
already feeling the
no,
down.
yeah,
I
you know,
had my hands up the other day for no reason. I'm feeling like I'm going down the roller coaster.
dude, like you're feeling fucking top notch. You know,
Yeah.
you found something you fucking enjoy and love, and
headlining in 3 years.
not even that. But it is exciting to have random ass people from throughout the Midwest messaging you, wanting to hire you, wanting to work with you, production teams wanting to fucking bring you on. Like it's like that was the
Sounds cool.
best first year ever, right? Year two, you know, you got some good material, you've ran it. Hey, guess what? Now you're fucking sick of it.
And the plateau.
And then the
yes.
plateau, and then it turns into desk work. Like a lot of our Brett and I's jobs is desk work, and it's
Facts.
fucking boring and it's fucking garbage. And then not only are you trying to market yourself as a comedian, now you got to market a club, and now you got to market your independent HMC. Like now you got to
Yeah.
market through and three, and you got to fucking
Yeah.
show up with a smile on
You're
your
like, oh,
face,
wait,
and
this
you
is
have to
a
be
real
excited
job.
to tell jokes.
Yeah.
And you have to have energy.
And all that. All right, joke time. Whoops,
Yeah.
forgot to. Okay, let's go
Yeah.
back to the same jokes I've been doing, and they don't work because I'm not confident in them. I've done them
Yeah.
so many times I
Exactly.
forget that there is punchlines in there.
Yes.
And now
yes.
they're just parts of the joke that I just go over. That if I just went,
Yeah.
it could be a fucking joke.
yes. Yes.
And, yeah, and so,
So-
like, you know,
Well, me and EJ have talked about this a lot too. Like, okay, first of all, I don't run any show. I don't run any show, and I don't run any show. And I'm thankful for all of you guys for running shows.
So explain your
Yeah, I don't-
material.
yeah, I don't
explain
really
the
get what
material.
you're
No,
doing.
I'm just
My-
Nick,
the
what
fuck
Nick's
you
trying to tell
saying?
us is he's got a bunch of bastard children running around.
Yes.
No, I'm saying like I think a lot of times I think some of the people that are producers and shit like get too into the producing of the thing and then don't focus on the comedy.
Well,
Like,
it's
yeah.
tough
That's,
when it's
what
a-
are we trying to do? You trying
well,
to be
it's
a
a-
producer and or a
So
booker,
okay,
or are you trying to be a
another
comedian?
thing. Here's
I
another
have a- I have a
thing. Here's
rebuttal for that
here's
too,
another
but
thing.
go
Here's another
ahead.
thing. Because like, it becomes a responsibility. At first, it's so fun. It's like starting any new job. You're fucking stoked to be there,
Yeah.
and then after a certain amount of time, you're like, all right, I can only hit these keyboards so many fucking times in the
Right.
same fucking
Yeah.
pattern, and I don't know. You just like, of course, it sucks to be a producer, but then when you have such an opportunity like the independent, like
Clicky. Then you get
clicky. When
accused of
when
being
you're
clicky.
accepted in a clique, I
Mouse
mean, how
clicks.
can you say no? Yeah, mouse clicks. Thank you.
We're actually a cult.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
hell
Yeah, drink the
That's a weird
PBR.
thing.
It's good.
I'm getting initiated next week.
Yep.
Drink the PBR.
You get
Yeah.
you get beat in, you get sexed in. All right.
But like,
Yeah.
but really, like
Shit.
Fill
I.
that tequila bottle with whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right. That's right,
We
baby.
got-
Joking, everybody, joking. Come to the club. Hang out.
But the independent is so exciting, and as much as I'm like, oh fuck, I need a break or whatever, like I am so eager and excited to see where it's going to be in 5 years. I think it has serious potential, and I would love to be one of those fucking like
To look
founding
back and
fathers
be
or
like,
like
yeah.
whatever,
I
you know,
can't-
like if I could stop waiting tables and just run marketing and like do
Yeah.
feature spots or whatever the fuck, or like manage the place with Connor or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck I'm gonna do, like I would absolutely
It's like, yeah, 'cause I'd have
110%.
been-
If the
yeah.
independent was
Yeah.
my job, I got to clock in at the independent
Yeah.
and
Dope.
pay my fucking rent with that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
'cause
like
Crazy.
5 years, I can't wait because you just walk in there and just remember all the great times I had doing stand up, and maybe I should start it up again. because I've
Yeah,
been-
exactly.
had quit for 4.5 years,
Yeah.
and like, I get a text
Yeah.
from my
Teaching the
wife, and
class.
she's like, "Don't even think about it," and I'm just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Jesus!" And then I just drive home after a couple whiskeys, and I die behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, it's gonna be cool when I roll up
Amen.
in my Rolls Royce and
Steely Dan
and,
reference.
my driver opens my door and then the security guard comes in with me and say, "I used to start here. They used to
Yeah.
bring me in here." That's gonna be nice.
Why you think that because
I'll give you some change
because
on
you
the
don't run
corner,
any
EJ.
shows because
Exactly.
you don't run any shows. You think you're
No,
gonna fucking
well, that's
I
why I
don't run any
prefaced it
shows.
with
I
that.
don't run any shows.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
run
I
any
wasn't
shows.
bragging.
Like, what the
I was
fuck you
saying, that was me
Like-
prefacing it with like, by the way, I don't have the pressures that you guys have, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes
Here's my
I
thing.
hear you guys complaining about that shit, and it's like,
But here's my thing with that too is like I think helping produce shows and like hosting shows and shit has helped me be a comic as well.
absolutely.
So like
Yeah.
so
I-
like
Right,
the
yeah.
feature for headliners and shit.
Yeah,
I
well-
honestly fancy myself a good host, and I know that sounds conceited, but I feel
no,
that
you're
in
a
my
great
bones.
host. You're a great
And I
host.
only got that way because I
'Cause you run
had to do
shows.
it.
Yeah.
I had to do it,
And when
and
you
I
got
ate a
your-
lot of fucking ass and dick for a
Yeah,
long time.
Absolutely. But when you got your own
So I climbed
show,
the way to the top, baby.
when
Ass and dick.
when you got your own show, it's like you got a way in your head that you're picturing that you want this shit to go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like you got to figure out how to bring that energy. You got to figure out how I was like, okay, I suck at crowd work, but this is like in order for them to get involved, I have to address them, whether
Yeah.
I'm good at it or not. So like that's why I think producing and shit like is damn near as key as not doing it at all and just fucking because you can just go
Sounds
up
like
there
you're talking
and-
about hosting more than
Okay,
producing.
maybe I'm talking about hosting and shit. I guess the producing. I mean, like booking comics and reaching out to fucking agents. That shit kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But but like I guess when we're doing like the ride along show,
Yeah.
like I think that helped. I think that helped with the comedy a fucking ton because like
Huh?
And your drumming got better.
Yeah.
EJ used to be outside with a bucket
Oh,
going like,
I-
"Ride along, comedy
Yeah.
show," and like just doing everything to get
that's
people
back
in
when
there.
my legs
True
used
that.
to work, son. I used to be able to dance.
I
Good
guess
times.
my point is
Good times.
my point is that when it takes away from your ability to sit down and write jokes, and it takes away from your ability to be what you actually want to be, yeah, hosting is cool, but like, isn't it all about writing and?
I don't think so.
It's
Well, regardless, I'm sorry, real quick before I forget, I'm sorry.
probably 50-50.
Regardless if you're like somebody like, let's say you, who
Yeah.
doesn't run any shows,
Yeah.
doesn't run any shows,
Small dick.
doesn't run any
Yeah.
jokes.
Yeah.
Little
Uh,
penis.
Yeah.
You
They got
you
3
you
kids
still
that we
you
don't
need to
know about.
realize yes, has a small dick. Okay.
It's
Um,
pretty good size.
I'm just picturing you driving in your car by yourself
It's
the
nice.
next day, just
It's
saying it
nice.
out loud. It's okay. It's mediocre. It's fine.
Should I text everybody that was at the roast?
Hey,
A
good
pic-
job at the roast
A pic
last
of my
night, but-
dick.
I just want to clear things up, like
Yeah.
just in case, like, you're like,
Everybody's question.
are you cool with having a little conversation? I was like, yeah. Did I say anything? Did I offend you? No. There was something said by another comedian that I
Yeah.
just want to make sure of that.
Another comedian.
Yes.
Like you're texting like
Yes.
Carolyn,
Someone
and
who
being
was
like,
in the-
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
It's average, actually. In fact, I've attached some documents.
Yeah.
Attached are the Google.
Things that
I'm
are
sorry,
things
go-
that are true. My dad is dead. Things that are not true.
Yeah.
My dick is not small. What was I?
So you're
fucking
saying
Oh,
even-
you somebody like you who doesn't run any shows. it's still stand-up comedy still holds so much desk work. You are still going to be at your computer, like
Yeah,
reaching
you
out to
can't
people,
avoid it,
emailing,
yeah.
like trying to get good videos, editing those videos, like putting social media is a whole different
The
animal.
most desk work is
but
writing, though, to me.
that's great and fantastic, and
Don't you think?
I hope you make it.
I
But
don't think
but
so
you
at all.
also need to reach out to like. I mean, you can show up at clubs, but you need to like, reach out to clubs. You need to apply for festivals. You need to like, it
Yeah.
it takes
Facts,
desk work and
And we got
time
a
and
pen.
money. You know.
Can we get a pen? I'm trying to like write all this out. Like, yeah, I should be doing that. Yeah, that's what's been missing. That's the missing. Yeah, because like
Johnny's fucking amazing at all that, though.
Yeah.
And I'm probably definitely actually 100% the worst at that here in this room. But like, I don't know. The reason I don't post a bunch of shit is like, I think one, a little bit of fear, but also it's just like I don't feel like I'm ready yet or something. Like I feel like I'm building up for like I don't want to promote myself and like say I'm going on tour this there and
You
the
know what
other
you
place
sound like? You
when I-
sound like everybody that start comedy for the first time, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like
I mean it though. Like dude, I just don't
it's,
I don't know. I don't want to promote myself when I don't feel like worthy of
I
promoting
think
myself.
Well-
promoting at this point is more of getting in the habit of doing it all the time, more so than actually thinking something's going to come from it. Like because
just keep building it.
yeah, because it's just like doing comedy for the first time. It's like everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I want to make sure my jokes is this and that. I'm gonna practice it a bunch of fucking times."
Yeah,
And
Right.
in reality,
yeah.
you're gonna go on stage, ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. Like you might get a few
Like
laughs.
posting your raps on SoundCloud. Nobody's
Exactly.
gonna listen.
Nobody's
Just
gonna
start.
fucking
You gotta
just
start.
just fucking do it and get in the habit of doing it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
That's really what it's about, more so than
Damn.
thinking that I'm about to just go on stage and be fucking Bill Burr my first fucking
like,
time.
Like, what am I afraid
Right.
of me promoting myself? Like 20 people are gonna come.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna post a
Well, that's
video.
the- yeah.
It's gonna get 42 views, even if whether it's cold or whether it's shitty. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
This is how far this bitch gonna go because you only got 500 followers. Don't nobody give a fuck. When you watch videos, what do? You scroll right past them bitches, bro. Like I don't. It could be famous
Yeah.
people. It could be
Yeah.
nobody. Like nobody gives a fuck. So like it's just about getting in the habit of doing that shit.
Well, it's
That's
like
a good way
when I
to put
see
it, but-
somebody who nobody's gonna see somebody's post about I'm going to this place, and write down in their calendar, except for their family members and maybe their one
Yeah.
fucking friend, Doug,
Exactly.
for me. Like
Shout out. Doug.
when I see that,
Shout
I'm
out
just
Doug.
like, "Pff, nobody's coming to your shit, bro. But
Right.
also, they're at least trying, dude. It's
Exactly.
not like I think
Yeah.
I'm too cool or something. But
Because
it's
ain't
like,
nobody
I
coming
just,
to your show if you don't post
it's-
nothing.
It always feels weird to me.
Yeah,
Trying.
I agree. It's
That's sad.
yeah.
I've been always trying to like, especially with like the podcast and stuff, which has been going for so long that like I don't want to like keep on like posting about it because I can see it getting caught up in algorithms.
Exactly.
And so like
What do you mean? Like, just explain that.
so like the first time I post something, it's like a bunch of people like it. There's a lot of views on it, and it says like a podcast, new episode. It's got all this like it's got all the like it's got like keywords, podcasts.
Yeah.
Check it out, Big Time Garbage. Then the link that leads out from Facebook to Libsyn.
Mhm.
And then the next time you do that, it's like half those people, half the views, half everything, and then. So then, but then when
okay,
you
I
go,
see what you're saying.
oh, link in comments, boom, that tricks it for a little bit, and then so it becomes this whole thing about like I'm trying to like be reserved about what I post because I know that there's opportunities to get a lot of eyes on it, at least with Facebook, with like Twitter and Instagram, especially like Instagram stories, I think is like the way to do it because it's just that's when it's just like just keep on posting, keep on putting things
Exactly.
out. People see it passively, they don't recognize it, but and it's just such a like you were saying, it's so fucking different than the idea of how do we get people to laugh at
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
stupid thoughts. And
Yep.
I don't know. It's fucking. I think there is something to doing it and making it a habit,
Yeah.
but there's
I mean, that's all I'm trying to do for
You-
real. Like,
you-
how
it's
many
just-
times is a comedy show through social media promoted to you, and then you're like, well, I can't go to the show.
Right.
I have another show.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think it's great that you bring up like algorithms and stuff because if you look at your social media now, all of the people who are really viewing it or liking it, quote unquote liking it or whatever, responding to it they're all comedians as well.
Yeah.
It's like the people
real.
like I have
We just
I
all
have
in each
I
other's
have I think I
algorithm.
have like 2,000 fucking friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
just
same.
now my world on Facebook is literally all comedy,
Same.
comedians. Like I don't know what the fuck Matt Hall from Clarkson High School is doing anymore. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's not even popping up anymore. It's so weird.
Like I know
It's
that
just
if,
so weird.
Yeah.
I know that if my buddy Chris, or like us, like a certain group of my friends, like if they'll all like a post, but like no one else. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
this one kind of broke through to the other
Yeah, exactly.
part of like
The other
my life,
realm.
you know?
That shit
Yeah.
is crazy.
It's very
It's
crazy.
insane.
What about before that, when you had to, in order to become a headliner, travel the country until your name got spread around? To
Well,
the point
I
where,
think
like,
about that
people
a
would-
lot.
You could sell tickets
Well, it was
in Idaho.
it's the same with like musicians too.
yeah.
Like all you're doing is touring and giving out fucking
Stickers.
paper with your name
Yeah.
on it and shit, like
Well,
flyers and shit.
I'd say the biggest difference between the two is that there was a time when like you could be like a working comedian at a feature level or even a host level and work at 5 different clubs just in Detroit.
Well,
Right.
As far as getting a
Well,
draw,
and people were actually paying then too.
Right,
Yeah.
because there's no social media, so they can't
Yeah.
see like the
Mhm.
subtitles, like Savage,
Yeah.
take down, and then it's just
There's
like,
no other way to see comedy for real. Like,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
want to see comedy, you had to go to motherfucking Mark.
like there was never
That's
like a
true.
music boom. It was like, oh, people love music. It's just-
Right.
Maybe when the Victrola was introduced and people were,
yeah.
but it's like yeah, that the detriment of social media is like it's easier to promote and get your shit out, but it's just like saturated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know, y'all. You know
What we're saying, people, normies out there, is that comedy is really hard.
love your
Comedy.
job.
Love. Well, don't.
Fuck
I mean,
with that.
kill yourself is what we're saying,
That's
here,
what-
folks.
I was gonna say we should kill ourselves right now.
All I'm, yeah. What
God,
you what you trying to
cult.
see?
Yes.
Son, what
Death
you trying to
click.
say is chasing
Yeah,
your
death
dreams. Chasing your dreams is overrated, bro.
seriously, man. Like, I don't know.
Chasing dreams, like
No, it's not, bro.
it's not for
It's
real.
not.
Like it's like
Chasing dreams is this is the most fucking bullshit Instagrammy thing I'll say. Since you said the one earlier, I'll
Yeah.
cop to this. This is lame as fuck, but hey, following your dreams, it looks a lot like just getting chores done. Following your dreams, it looks a lot like actual work. It looks a lot like oh, I'm gonna put this file in here. Oh,
Right.
what should I name this file?
yeah.
I guess that's what I was kind of like touching base on earlier with like Nick not running any shows. It's like following your dreams can be a lot of fun, but it genuinely is
It's gonna be
so much work.
you can't get as far as you plan on going without turning this shit into work somehow.
Yep.
Yeah, and not only are you like battling the fucking crowd in the outdoor world and like everybody on social media who's doing the same exact thing you're trying to do and like all that shit, you're also fucking battling yourself
Yeah.
and the fucking shit that you're thinking in your head about how you ain't shit.
How you ain't? It's
You
just
know?
like I'm doing all this work for like you waking up and just making up.
There's
bullshit
this little
for you
voice
to
in the
do.
back like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like
You
is
ain't
this
shit,
even
dude.
right. It's like you've been at this shit for how long, and you ain't shit, dog.
yeah.
I think the answer is somewhere in between what our think patterns of thinking is like.
Yeah.
Don't run too many shows to the point where you can't write. Because I think
Fuck
it's
you,
all about
man.
fucking.
Yeah,
do what I
fuck
want.
you.
I'm doing it. I'm just saying, like,
No,
you
you're absolutely right,
Dude,
You're
Yeah.
it's
100%
writing.
right.
It's
I
like,
don't-
what do you?
I
You
don't-
get up there. It's not okay. You'll come up with something funny off the dome one or two times, but like, I think the work is like literally sitting down, and it's hard to do it, and making yourself write something.
I don't think you necessarily need to do that.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I think you do, but I don't think
For at
That's
least
like-
an hour, almost a day.
I don't think
And I don't
that's
do it. I'm just
the-
saying.
I don't think that's the emphasis on it, bro. Like, cause
It is,
I
dude.
feel like living life shit comes to you, dog. Like, I think the main thing is like.
But gotta be jokes underneath.
I know, but you can, and then that's when maybe you can like fucking like write some shit. But as far as you just fucking every day at 8:00, I'm gonna sit and fucking stare at a piece of fucking paper.
It sounds dumb,
It's
but
not-
it is
dude.
the job of a comedian, dude. Like I don't do it either,
Dude,
but
a lot-
I
but a
try
lot
to.
of co- a
Sometimes
lot of
I
comedians-
sit down and force myself for at least for an hour to just keep writing, and that's when you come up with shit. Like
Like,
that's,
I-
it
like, I
is-
almost find-
we are writers that perform it.
Yeah,
That's all.
I agree. Like I said, I think it's important,
Yeah.
but I also think it's important
So-
to develop a
I just didn't like the way
personality.
you made a voice when you're like, you gotta sit down every day at 8 a.m.
because I don't because
I want to take a second and laugh at the fact that I told you that paper towel was upstairs when you spilled your beer all over yourself, and you brought down the paper towel holder and shit.
Oh yeah, it's all made out of wood and shit.
Yeah.
It's like a full.
Looks like you
thing.
made it at Home Depot on
Hey,
somebody's
boy,
birthday.
son.
We don't know how many more drinks he's gonna spill.
Exactly, son.
We do have unlimited beer here.
If Brett gives me another beer and shakes it before he gives it to me.
Look, I only shook it up
Surprise.
because you were
Fucking
saying that
asshole.
my theories on whether Earth is flat were incorrect.
Yeah.
Right.
I
wanted
thought
to
you were
get back
agreeing
at you.
with me. Now you disagree with me.
I don't
again.
know, man.
See, we're just confused.
All it is just remembering shit and saying it 10
Did we
minutes
just bring
later.
it full circle
We
like
did.
the Earth?
No.
Ah. There you
The
go.
Earth is a circle.
All right.
It's just
full
flat.
sphere. Fuck.
Here's what I think. Here's
Half
what I
a
wish
sphere.
is happening. Here's what I wish is happening somewhere else on this flat ass Earth.
Yes.
And that's a bunch of flat earthers with their basement podcast going
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, it's just like it takes like it's not just looking up theory. It's getting the message out there. It's making the YouTube video content. And like yeah, it's tough. There are some people like if you're looking at like a normie at a bar and you're talking, you're probably gonna say some wild shit that other people can't. But the thing is, like, people call us like a
Normal girl.
weird clique.
Right.
People call us like a weird clique, but really we're just creating opportunities for other truthers, you know?
Dude, how did you just tie the whole podcast together?
Why
And
do I?
it's
in one
This,
sentence?
like, I'm
this has
just
now
saying,
become
like-
a Rick and Morty episode. Is
Right,
what the
right.
fuck just
Yeah.
happened?
And it's
Wow.
just like I
It's
mean,
like our clicks are good for flat earthers.
because we do this podcast, you know.
Fuck PJ.
I'm just saying.
And 9/11 didn't happen.
Yep.
So, but the thing, this is again the other podcast called the Flat Earth podcast. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but all right, so like, I have a buddy who thinks the Earth is round. I want to get him on the podcast, but I feel like he's.
I thought for sure he'd be white. No, he a nigga with dread.
Oh god,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Grayson.
Anything else on the docket? What's
Yeah.
The only-
Well, we usually do a little bit of science. Sometimes we talk about dinosaurs. Sometimes we talk about sex. Sometimes we talk about drugs.
we did talk a lot of comedy today.
Yeah.
How about we try to get Mercer to say the N word?
Oh, it's coming.
There's no. I
Ready?
mean, what do
One,
you?
2, 3.
Nutella.
I'm not gonna do it, man.
I got a couple. I got a couple more topics if y'all want to keep going, or we could just.
Yeah, no. Let's. I mean, we
Yeah, I
apparently
gotta-
are going to be editing out a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah, we've been going for a minute.
I just gotta be out of here in like, 20 minutes maybe.
For what?
For a pranky
Prankus?
prank.
the
Frankus?
show that you don't run, but you're
Right.
on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Run
guess
shows,
I do.
run
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
And you technically on this, and you edit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got something. You got something. You feel me?
Yeah,
the bare minimum is what he
Right.
has.
Here's the
I'm
thing:
just
we're giving you like maybe a shot here and there, and then pretty soon you're just gonna turn into a full blown workaholic. And it's gonna be
Doubt it.
Shot. Take this. Can I get
All right, what's on the docket?
all I it's like some random topics that I seen. The only thing I got 2 of them. So okay, we talked about cliques and comedy, the roast. Pete Davidson making people sign a non-disclosure agreement at his shows. You heard about that?
No.
A
a
$1
little
million.
bit.
Oh, I saw an article where Pete Davidson at his shows making people sign a $1 million non-disclosure agreement before they watch them.
So if you leak it,
Okay.
you're liable to get sued
You're
for
gonna
$1
get
million.
sued.
Right, right.
If you leak it, wow. That's ironic because Pete Davidson makes Johanna leak.
He really does. He seriously does. Because
I-
I'm only attracted to trash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
Big
like-
time garbage is
do
here.
you do you really Pete Davidson? Is that
Yes.
is this like the whole time?
The whole
or-
time. Not
Interesting.
like as he's like now like extremely famous, like always and forever. Like
Okay.
so I first like learned about Pete Davidson when he was like on the roast
Mhm.
on that. I don't remember whose roast it was, but when he like made that joke about his dad dying in 9/11 and like
Oh yeah.
yeah, because he like first time I think he like told that joke on TV was during that roast.
Okay.
And I just thought that joke was so fucking funny. And then he's
Ah.
also like covered in trash tattoos and like looks like he would treat me like shit. So I'm just like all about
Okay.
And he
it.
helped,
You know,
I
he
just-
helped kill Mac Miller, which means he was doing.
I just
some
think he's
terrible
very,
s-
very funny, and he's
Yeah.
also is tall
he
and
did
dark
terrible
and
shit to a
handsome.
white rapper,
Yeah.
just like R. Kelly.
But he
Got
does.
ba-
I mean,
yeah.
and
Got
so
bags under his eyes and shit.
yeah, my ex-boyfriend kind of looks like a lunatic, and he kind of looks like a lunatic too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense because I'm like, this guy looks like a lunatic and he's got trash tattoos, and you're like, well, this is what.
Yeah.
Because like him dating Ariana Grande is like, well, fuck, what the hell?
Yeah.
a shitty white comedian?
Dude.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Funny guys will make you do some stupid shit.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
telling you, and he's funny.
I don't know. You're just gonna have to sign
That's
this
facts, man.
$1 million NDA so I can tell you
Would
that
you
your
sign
shoes
it?
look like. No, I
Would you
don't.
sign it to like if you bought tickets already and you had to sign an NDA? I damn near leave.
If I bought tickets already,
Really?
I damn near leave. I'm not signing a fucking
well, what about like yonder bags? I mean,
You
it's
also
kinda
don't
like
pay your
a-
taxes, so
what? Yeah. Well, okay, fine. Okay. What the taxes got to do with an NDA, bro?
nothing. I
Yeah.
just am talking shit.
Yeah.
It's
Relax.
just such a weird like that's the move that like companies do in order to make sure that like things stay under wraps and stuff. Like what could
Yeah.
he possibly be saying? I don't fucking understand it. I didn't really
What
read
does it
the
mean? You
article.
just can't say anything
Well-
about anything?
I mean, you can't.
It's pretty much like so, cause he seems like kind of like a dude that kind of toes the line of like being offensive and shit like that. And
Of
I
course.
think he's probably covering his ass for getting canceled or fucking like you can't if you.
He's on
tweet it-
SNL is really what it is.
Yes, exactly. Because look, they
Oh,
took
yeah.
down Shane Gillis before he even got there, and fucking and so.
Mm-hmm.
So that it's probably a precaution. My thing is, dog, how the fuck do you know who's signing this motherfucker? I could sign my name as fucking Homie the Clown, dog. You don't know who the fuck.
Homie the clown.
Yeah.
You don't, like I'm not about to show my ID and fucking.
Do you
like,
know more specifically like what was the process of like signing it or like? I'm curious about
Man,
that
this is where we need Jamie.
because I've never,
Yeah.
I've
Well, like,
never.
I've signed
That's why.
NDAs for like work and stuff because there's
Well,
like
right.
stuff
Yeah, yeah,
that-
yeah.
Because they're putting their penis inside of you.
Well,
And you like it.
right along exclusive.
Exclusive. That's why you got your job back.
yeah, because that's
So is it along the same lines as so when I went and saw Lauryn Hill and Nas perform, Dave Chappelle was their opener, but it was
You
a
make them check
secret.
their phones.
Yeah, it was a secret
Mhm.
opener. Like it was not announced. It was just like a surprise. Dave Chappelle's here and he's gonna do a fucking half hour, 45 minutes before the show starts.
that's sweet.
And they made us put our phones in bags and lock
Mhm.
them.
They put them in that little green thing.
Yeah.
And that's great that you brought up the whole thing that they was on SNL because when I went to see Michael Che, he
Mhm.
did the same exact shit. We had to put all our phones away and shit like that.
All
It-
comes all because of advertising too. At the end of the day,
That's
right?
there. I think I
Maybe. I mean, or maybe it's just like, okay, like at the beginning of all of our shows, don't record the comedians. You don't know their material. You don't know what they're working on, blah, blah, blah. Like, no one gives a fuck what we're working on. But
Yeah.
everyone gives a fuck what Dave Chappelle's working on.
exactly.
Or
Yeah,
Michael
'cause
Shea
that-
or Pete Davidson. Like,
If that gets out, that fucks his money up because then the special that he's gonna release, like that's already on YouTube
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
And-
exactly.
And, like that's all fine. I guess my big problem with that is just it stems from like comedy being so closely intertwined with celebrity.
yeah.
You know, because it's like no one cares if like when Sean Donnelly comes and does the Royal Oak or the Comedy Castle. You know,
Mhm.
it's like because he's just like a comic. He's not like a select like.
Yeah.
And people go see celebrities because they fucking want to,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
and that becomes like I guess you could get something like money wise if you recorded him off the cuff saying something.
Right.
Then SNL's under like legal shit, and it all just stems from like hey, he is Pete Davidson.
Well,
So
dude,
Right.
it's like, and the only reason SNL cares is because fucking Rice Krispies is paying them money,
Yeah.
and then somebody that's watching this is like
Rice Krispies.
calls up Rice Krispies is like, "Can you guys support that guy that's on that show in a completely different place, different time, saying
Press
one
conference
thing?"
with Snap,
Like,
Crackle, and
I-
Pop. Like we
dude.
distance ourselves from the comedian. who
You
said
beat me
these
to
things.
That
it,
shit
you
makes
white
me
man.
sick.
You beat me to it, you
Sorry.
fucking. I'm just kidding.
Fucking like, who connects the advertising with the thing? I've never understood that. Like,
That's the
There
job.
should be Cheerio advertisements for porn, and there should be no. You should still be able to. I don't get it. Like, who calls up the fucking company and it's like, you support this or whatever?
Well, the people
Fucking loser. Either you like
it
it or
'cause
you
it's
don't. Have your own fucking
Cheerios?
thoughts. Ah! Orgasm.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're back. Oh, this is a funny podcast. I forgot. Thank you, Johanna.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
I know we have
yeah.
been. I will say sorry. I'm not sorry. You're welcome to our listeners. You've got an inside look on what it's like to be a depressed fucking piece of
It's
shit
interesting.
who's trying to
Good
chase
stuff.
their dreams.
Yeah, you know what?
So,
yeah,
it
fuck
is-
that.
Funny
We
fuck
all-
that.
we-
Yeah, you know.
we get to talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. 'Cause
Fuck
this is
you
our
guys.
I
fucking
do love that
podcast.
we honestly have like one of Detroit's funniest fucking guys here as our guest, and we're like all monotone. Like, let's talk about our depression
Well,
and
it's
how we're
NPR and
feeling.
shit.
And, yeah.
When on podcasts, I have a tendency to be like, well, yeah, let's fucking,
Let's get really into this. Yeah.
People just want to hear.
Look on all the covers.
They want to hear my bullshit about jaking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can really get into it there. It's your podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
But with if people want to see direct action or they want to see something out of SNL or any like big institution like that, they like it's pretty clear that you just go for the pocketbook. That's where the most
Yep.
action
Well, right.
will take place. And if you want to see whomever taken off the fucking cast, if you want to see them apologize for like a sketch, you just go like
Son, as much as
For the pocketbook. Go for who's paying
Yeah.
them.
right.
you go all these the people on Twitter and stuff like that, these are the companies that are still sponsoring such and such, boycott them, let them know, and it fucking works
They don't
because
want to lose a fucking dime.
no, because they don't care about. It's not about comedy for them. It's about fucking. It's about money.
Yes.
It's about.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, dude,
Yeah.
you're right, and it's like, whoever's typing that on Twitter, let's say it's Rice Krispies, okay? Like nobody.
Yo, shit.
There's
This nigga.
He
Oh,
pictures a big building with Rice Krispies on top of it.
catalogs. All right, fine. You're right. You're right.
damn, dog.
No. Keep saying Rice Krispies.
No, you're right,
It's funny as
Kellogg's.
fuck.
No, I love it. It's good. It's good.
Tony the Tiger behind a big desk going, oh, geez.
This is a
You're a miss.
This is a child explaining business. Go on.
No, but all right. So they might take a hit for a second, just like Elon Musk took a hit for
Smoking weed.
Yeah,
Smoking the
for
reefer.
for a minor second, and that's gonna come right back, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we don't care. We still love the taste of Rice Krispies. We still love the way a Tesla drives." It's,
Well, right.
like, I just don't get connecting like whatever you're watching to the advertisement. Like, the advertisement is in support of. Like, yes, it is technically, but it's like, but you're right. That's all they're trying to do is like, hey, we're gonna complain to the people that pay you.
Well, they'll never go, this company supports, or this show, or this, SNL, they had a sketch that is in support of, like, let's say, like, LGBTQ rights, or whatever. They will never go, well, that's a bad example.
Well,
'cause
what
there's
if the
never gonna be
Christian church wrote into Rice Krispies and got upset about that?
Well,
they
they-
wouldn't do it.
Yeah, they'd be like,
So there is a little bit of an agenda going there.
Oh, karma is
EJ
real.
got me back.
Karma's real. Brett.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
You want to call me a bitch ass motherfucker so bad?
Better say it
You
in
forgot
the
your
mic.
own podcast.
Yeah. That was.
I'm about to put reverb on that. Fucking.
Yeah, there you go.
Clip it and shit.
Yeah,
We
right.
already did reverse reverb on it.
Yeah. Brett now has beer all over his pants. Is what's happening, everybody.
Well,
you did great.
Thankfully,
Good thing.
I brought this
Good thing we
whole-
have the entire paper towel holder
paper
and the
roll
roll.
down.
Yeah.
Dog.
What were you guys saying? I'm sorry. White men were speaking, EJ.
Yeah.
White
Oh,
man,
yes.
yeah, that's
Can
why
we-
we shut the fuck
Can
up.
the
That
POC
is, yeah.
in the room please give me a minute?
Jesus Christ. The minorities can't do shit. in this bitch. We in a minority house.
Yeah, let me clean
Look,
up these
I'm a
cans for you
minority.
guys.
I'm a minority too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You know?
about to be.
How so?
'cause Johanna people taking over
Uh,
after the Asians, actually.
that right? Women?
Right.
Right.
Hey. Aw, Brett Mercer.
A lot of
Fucking love
funnies
this
gonna
guy.
die
That's what he
in
meant,
this,
bro. Right? Isn't that what you meant?
No, I meant.
Oh.
Hispanics.
Well,
You-
do
is
have
that a
joke about how
Molotov
women are running
cocktail?
shit.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, you had like a paper bag in the top of the wine
Oh,
bottle. And it
it's
looked like
a-
you were
That was a
about
cork.
to.
It's my
modern
it's my
day
Hispanic cork, if you will. No, my roommates moved out yesterday, and there was just this open bottle of wine, and I'm like, well, thanks, ladies.
Do with that cocaine.
But they also took the. It's underneath the. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, that was me that time.
You son of a bitch.
TJ spilled on his same exact pants.
Yeah, there's a little bag right here underneath the.
Magnifying
I
glass.
saved it for you guys.
Shit, we about to.
We're doing cocaine now on
It's
the
literally
Wild podcast.
It's literally the tiniest fucking
I
All
don't.
three of doing this.
our fingers in there and put it in our gums.
little nummy. It might be Molly.
3 more hours. Here's the thing about the advertisers. It's not like it's just like they don't
Yeah,
care.
you tasted it last time, didn't you?
Rice Krispies.
You tasted it last time.
Can't do this.
Yeah, no, it's 100% coke.
You actually did taste it last time, didn't you?
Yeah, the empty other bag.
Hey, we're editing this out, by the way.
Of course.
Well, duh. But when I
Write down this time.
2, 4.
when
I'm gonna
I
address it in every conversation after
Right.
this.
when I listened to the episode where Carolyn was here, was that when Carolyn was here or Connor?
I don't know.
What
Oh,
And you guys
last time.
discovered it. The bag.
Connor.
Okay, so at the beginning of it, you guys are like talking about like, oh, there's a bag, blah blah blah, and then I just hear Nick go, "Yep, that's cocaine." And I'm like, that motherfucker took a dip in it. That motherfucker took a dip in it.
You can hear that in the.
I could hear it.
Damn.
Yeah, it was in the background.
Yeah, I didn't even feel it at all.
Nah, fuck it.
All right, give it back.
I can't, man.
I
can't
can't
do
either.
that. Yeah.
Terrible.
Unless it's
Sucks.
good.
I
Unless it's
wish.
good.
Cocaine's an awful drug, but sometimes.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Pouring it on his palm. Cocaine really is terrible for you.
It's awful. You shouldn't. It's a disgusting thing to do it. It's not.
Little money for ya.
Yeah, edit all that out.
But yeah, so like the NDA that people. I mean, it's.
So
I
I
think
read-
it's a better way. I think he knows how young his audience is, and they would never want their phones to be away.
It's that the individual shall not give any interviews, offer any opinions or critiques, or otherwise participate by any means or in any form whatsoever, including but not limited to blogs, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or any other social networking or other websites, whether now existing or hereafter created. So that's some pretty tight.
A lot of that seems like
He's just trying not to get canceled, bro.
maybe.
That's pretty much all it is, and SNL
Also-
might be protecting them.
No, and you're right. Like the money grab is also touring, but like the special.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ruin his special,
Yeah,
What's
it's not like
fucking
he's.
Stavros, bro.
He's about to come out with a Netflix special, isn't he? Pete Davidson.
Probably.
He could use the brick.
They giving them bitches to everybody.
Honestly.
nice.
Oh my god. I watched a fucking okay, I have to look this up real quick.
I watched
Sorry.
Eliza fucking
Well,
Schlesinger?
okay, she's a whole different Go ahead.
that shit was
Go ahead.
that shit
I
was
guess-
big.
Say what you
ass,
gotta say.
dog.
big ass.
What's
Big
the best special you guys have seen
Nick,
recently?
ears perked up. Big ass. Somebody say
Paper
big
Tiger.
ass. That's
Is
the
it-
worst one you've
That's-
ever
Oh, you said the worst or the best?
Best.
Paper Tiger.
That's Bill Burr.
That
Yeah,
I,
that's
that I've
his
seen on TV. at
most
least,
recent
yeah,
one.
Absolutely. It's not even close.
That was good, man. I was surprised that he went so, you know.
The fuck did I
I
just
think
watch?
his audience wanted to see him really like lay into all the shit that he usually does, but he
Mm-mm.
definitely fucking. turned it
He has
around.
a daughter now.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
The only
all. I
thing-
literally watched the black and white special the other day
I thought that
on
was.
Thanksgiving, whatever that one's called.
Yeah.
It's my favorite one.
You
Dude, that
people-
is
you people
more
are all the
relevant
same.
and way harder and way funnier than Paper Tiger.
Yeah.
He talks about that. He talks about
I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel
Oh, is
that
it?
way.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
thought it was
I
you
thought you
people
were
are
saying
all
it
the
to me. I was
same.
like,
No, that was-
no, it's the name of the special.
Oh.
I'm sorry you feel
I'm
that
sorry
way.
you feel that way.
yeah,
Ugh. What a
dude. He talks about transgender.
Dude, forever
athletes
and
that.
always, it's Let It
2011.
Go. Let It Go.
Let
It's
It Go.
the
I think
best
was
Bill
the best
Burr
one. Was
one.
that's when
best
he still
song
had
in
hair?
Frozen.
That's
I'll
when he's
tell
like
you
hitting
that.
Yeah.
the women. There's plenty of
Yeah.
reasons to hit a woman.
Oh,
Is that the
God,
one he
I
still
love
had?
it
Is
so
that
much.
when he still had hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So when he
plenty of reasons.
still
What are you
had
talking
hair.
But yeah,
Um,
dude, it was just so. It was about talking about. If you watch it again, I'm telling you, you
Dude,
realize he's talking
special-
about a lot of shit.
Has there been a special from somebody who ain't named like?
Hannah Gadsby.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Well,
I haven't
like-
watched it yet, so
Bill,
all I know
like-
is how to judge.
Like
it.
I feel like I'm kind of generic saying that Bill Burr had the best special. Like anybody not named Chappelle or Burr or Trevor Noah or Ellen DeGeneres or something. Like who has a good ass special that's like not these motherfuckers.
Dude, that's what pisses me off, man. Is because there's so many fucking like the specials that have come out on Netflix in the past like couple of years have been like, you know, Dave Chappelle, Ray Romano, like all these like really famous people. People don't get a chance anymore. Like the smaller comedians, they'll like the album used to be a big thing. That's like totally slowed down.
The album don't mean shit for real.
No, not at all. I mean,
It's so sad.
like there's not a lot of like the last. You know, what's the last comedy special that you've seen that you didn't already know the person's name
Dude,
or
I'm
whatever?
quitting comedy.
Are
Well,
you?
there was.
Yeah, this whole podcast.
Yeah.
You just convinced me.
Chill out.
It's not possible.
What do you play? Drums?
It's like
This
What?
guy?
Do you play guitar?
Yeah, a little bit.
A
Yeah.
little bit. All right. That's my favorite Nickism. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
A little bit. Let's start a band.
Cook.
You know what?
Me and Matt Richards
Worse
have been jamming.
odds.
Cook.
Worse
Cook,
odds.
Cook.
What
Nick.
band do you listen to that's new?
Nick is
I got a
so
lot of them.
good.
Do you want me to?
I'm
not
not
gonna
do you roast joke on me
I was
over
gonna
there.
do- I was gonna
I
do
hear
a
you
roast
sneaking
joke.
it
I was
in.
gonna try to sneak in the roast joke.
Dude,
Look,
we're
but-
at 2 hours and 10 minutes for the record.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
shit.
how much you're cutting out, but like,
Just the first 19 minutes.
That's
That's when we started.
exactly. I run it well before we started, so
Okay.
it might say
We're
2
probably
hou-
going to cut out a lot of stuff out
Yeah,
for this one.
in reality,
We're doing
probably
great.
like
This
an
is
hour
good.
and a half.
We didn't really pick up momentum after a while anyway, so.
Yeah. Talking about being
Anyway,
on the podcast.
I was going to talk about
What you
this
got?
special that I started watching last night that I literally fell asleep to, but her name's Angela Johnson. Have you heard of her? Her special came out in 2015, but apparently she's like this YouTube sensation.
Yeah,
So it's like this is who is getting specials these days, you know?
that's what's happening. It's just like that fight. You know that fight that happened.
Yeah.
With the 2 YouTubers and shit.
Logan Paul and
No.
Yeah, Logan Paul and some other YouTuber
sold
in
out,
the UK.
sold out Staples Center.
don't get me started.
what?
Sold out.
Don't get me fucking started.
What happened? What are you talking
So
about?
2 YouTubers, they had a boxing match, and they
Mhm.
sold out the Staples Center. YouTubers, they're not boxers. This is not like fucking Mike Tyson and fucking
Right.
Holyfield. These are literally just. It's like if me and Brett Mercer were YouTubers and we're just like, we're gonna box each other. Sold out the Staples Center, 20,000 people. You know what I'm saying? And so it's
Jesus
just like
Christ.
what you're saying about this YouTuber. Like that's kind of where shit going for real.
I
it's
don't
depressing.
want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's some
I
full
don't
circle shit that
wanna
like
fucking-
Nick was talking about is
Yeah.
like fucking, putting your shit out and like doing all this social media bullshit because
Do
those are the
funny
motherfuckers
videos.
selling tickets.
And like I don't know if one of them I know is Logan Paul,
Mhm.
and the other one I don't know. He's like a black dude from the UK, I believe.
Yeah.
And they hate each other or whatever. But like Logan Paul is like the least funny person of all time, and he like kind of just. I've watched a few of the shit, and it's just
he's
like, hey
awful.
guys, it's me again. We're trying on new shoes or whatever. We're gonna do some wacky shit. Like they're like the fucking poor
We go to the
man's
suicide
13-year-old
forest
jackass.
and
yeah, and that like, dude, they're just not. It's not funny. They're just like everything that I'm sure all of us would hate.
Well, Nick,
Yeah.
the customer is always right.
You're oh.
Mm.
The customers.
See, that's different.
I know, dude. It sucks.
That's different on YouTube because the customer is millions and millions of a lot of 13-year-old dumbass girls, a lot of 13-year-old dumbass boys. That's their fucking demographic. That's who sold out the fucking. You know how many
These
moms dropped
13-year-old
their kid
gender
off there?
non-conforming people are the only correct ones. They're watching the right YouTube
Yeah,
videos.
those are the good ones. But dude, like I'm saying, the audience is all, or I'm sorry, the customer's always right in with respects to a crowd of comedy. But I don't.
that technically counts as a crowd, dog.
The customer's always right as long as it fits my narrative. Just like the
Yes.
round earth, you motherfucker.
Man, it's the right along.
How was that podcast? How was that special though? The YouTuber.
I only watched it for like 15 minutes and then I
You
just
went to
was
sleep,
I
so it's trash.
just it was not Well, I was also
If you fall asleep,
exhausted,
it's
but-
trash. I don't give a fuck how many jokes you laughed at. I've always, if
But
you
I
watch
do
a
this
special,
thing where
it's-
I
yeah.
turn the TV on, like I like to fall asleep to the TV.
Okay.
So like I'll turn it. I fall asleep to a stand-up special every night,
Yeah.
but I don't ever finish it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, eh.
I still think
But I was excited because I'm like, oh, it's a woman and it's a woman of color, and I'm gonna support this and check her out. I've never heard of her before, and then I was just like, this fucking sucks. This is who's representing my people, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
And it sucks.
It's sad, dog. Like, I mean, it's not sad because it's like that's just where the game going for real. But
Yeah.
it just I do think people like that are gonna fizzle out. I mean, they'll have money, but they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna last.
You know what I think it is like, because a lot of these YouTubers will start to like tour and stuff, and they'll sell out like the Fillmore or something like that. And I've gone to a lot of like live podcasts that were hosted by not comedians, and the level of laughter is like it's there, but it's not like a comic killing level of laughter.
They will bomb at Trixie's, dog.
They're right in
All
trend.
Right.
And bomb, bro.
But I part of me thinks that like maybe just like the people coming out to see it, they're not here to like gut bust laugh. Maybe it's a different product that they're selling. But I really think that the bubble of like the fake live performance is just gonna go away because it's such a holdover. Like all these YouTubers, they're editing their stuff. It's very focused on like certain appetites of YouTube consumers and shit.
Right.
That works within the YouTube shit. But they try to recreate
it live, and it's not. You know why? A lot of it, I think, is because of the way that they cut it. It's so easy to make something funny, just say something funny, and then just cut it, and you're just like, making a silly face.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, that's a skill of its
You
own.
got-
How about stand up there with a microphone and fucking just
No
let that
edits,
silence take
no
your soul
fucking,
out of you?
no
Ugh.
do-overs.
Does it
no
ever?
nothing, bro. It's like once you up there, go, bro.
And I don't even feel like an old man right now saying like that was back in art. Like this, I do
This is
believe
right
that ours
now.
is the rawest form of that.
No,
kind of
we can't say this is how it should. No, it's like this is
You're-
right now. We
it's
are
boxing,
in it.
dude.
These
You-
niggas are the
it's you.
same age as us.
I have a question.
What's that?
So you know how like there's clearly like the comedy boom of the 80s and whatever. Pardon me, but like before and after that.
Comedy boom.
She's not really talking about the comedy boom. She's talking about a secret thing that only us.
Only our clique knows. Only our clique knows. No, but like before and after that, it's like, do you think this is a ridiculous question? I'm a little wine drunk, but do you think that maybe the comedian out of all the like the acts or artists or whatever you want to call us, like the comedian is like the fucking ugly stepchild, the comedian is the one that's like never really like respected as a craft, and also not paid properly, like you're not paid properly until you're fucking like Tom Segura or whatever the
For
fuck.
far too
Like-
long. These open mics have been out there working hard. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Good
saying?
folks.
Good folks.
Do
Good,
you
fine
do you
working
think
folks.
that kind of like stems back to like fucking old ass times where like the comedian was kind of like the fucking homeless person with
Just
a
the
fucking
court jester.
court jester,
Fucking,
or
yeah.
like like you're trash. You're a
Yeah,
peasant and you're
absolutely.
dressing up and you're trying to make people laugh.
It's
Like,
like,
you're
yeah,
trying to
just
make the
like
kings and
dance for me,
queens laugh.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Without fucking question, because
Is
the
that
whole
like a real thing? Because I've
I-
always like thought I think about that a lot.
I completely like think that, dude.
Yeah.
Have you guys should
Blows
read-
my fucking mind.
Have you read the Comedians? It's by Cliff Nestoroff. It's about
I've heard of this, but yeah.
It's great. You
Books.
gotta
Yeah, I
fucking
need to
listen
read
to
it.
because it like what it breaks down is that like the origins of stand-up comedy go back to like the vaudeville days, and it was simply just they were just the MCs who would bring out the bearded lady or like the
Yeah.
hoop spinners
show.
or like the people who
Yeah.
do song and dance and or like the minstrel shit or like and it was only when like they would try to hold the audience with their jokes like that's the origin of the whole thing. Like after a while,
Yeah.
like then that kind of became like the selling point.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only just like get up the real people and like try to hold them up
Yeah.
because it reads as anyone can do it. That's why there's so
Exactly.
many.
Exactly, yeah.
Ugh.
Especially starting out. I mean, aren't most of us doing comedy because
many
we saw
times
some
do
motherfucker and we were just like,
True.
I'm funnier than that motherfucker.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also, how many times have you
Yeah.
heard I can never do that?
That's true. You do.
Because
That's also
every time I
true.
hear that, I go, yes, he could.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I'm like,
it's not hard.
yeah, and then we argue in the opposite fashion too. Like, oh, believe me, you could. You just
Yeah.
gotta write and
Just go
No,
with my
Yeah.
mics. You'll just start.
Everyone who wants to try it should try it and then quit and just be a fan.
See, I used to be the person that's like, yeah, you just gotta hit a mic, just do it once and you'll love it. Blah, blah, blah. Now I'm like, go to vet school, like,
Yeah.
like,
keep your HR
like,
job, bitch.
go, yeah, like sell
I'm
some,
starting to
sell
shit.
some houses, dude. Like,
I'm starting to get.
Yeah.
I'm tired of new people in comedy. I'm like,
Bro.
we good.
One guy listens to Rogan, all of a sudden he's like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah,
I think Joe Rogan and this is my hottest take right now. I think Joe Rogan and Donald Trump have ruined my favorite thing in the world, stand-up comedy.
Really? Do you mean that?
Yes.
I understand why you mean Donald
Damn.
Trump because he's hilarious up there.
It's hilarious,
Yeah.
and it's caused everyone to lose
got
their
shivers.
mind
Yeah.
and completely just
How's
show
Joe
their
Rogan?
because that he's the only like that's the new like Tonight Show.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
this
dude.
that's
He's
every
today's
reference
Carson.
point.
What he who he has on his show, it has a direct effect on
Yeah.
like their ticket sales.
Rogan bump, baby.
Yeah, I
Mm.
mean that's like the biggest comics today are
Yeah,
all
next
like
week.
under his umbrella. I mean you were talking
Yeah.
like Tom Segura kind of like started
Mhm.
with under his shit.
But he gives a lot of no-name comics up there. Like, I mean, it didn't ruin stand-up comedy. It's almost like a new outlet for it that, as opposed to what? I mean, because late night shows, nobody gives a fuck.
Uh-huh.
How many people have been on Conan at the
Yeah.
Independent?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm going to go outside and smoke a cigarette. like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
give
yeah,
a
yeah.
fuck, dude.
That's
Right.
facts.
But
Well,
as
I
soon
guess
as
I'm
imagine once you get on Conan, you see some fucking open micer just walk. Oh, they're all walking
Yeah.
out and talking on the back. Dude, I'd be pissed.
Well, I just like
Right.
every time I hear somebody talk about stand-up comedy who's not a comedian and they're just a fan,
They listen to Rogan.
they listen to like
Yeah.
that's where it all comes
Right.
from. That's the basis of their knowledge and their ideas of comedy channel through that medium.
I think it's done more good than bad. I think it's made more people understand context of comedy and
Maybe I mean
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of being a little bit I guess glib is
Why-
the word.
Sure.
So you think it's done more bad than good? In what way?
I don't know. I feel like the big thing in comedy now is like this like overly macho like Joe Rogan esque like worldview, which is like
Huh.
like I guess macho and like fucking I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
I feel like the big
Yeah,
thing in
yeah,
comedy
yeah.
now is the opposite of that, and I think it's transgendered black girl in a wheelchair and get her up there
Yeah, I think
because it's her turn.
There's definitely a little bit of both,
I
but
think
you know
it's-
who's
Is
getting
it-
the Netflix specials?
The white man.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Still mad white dudes getting specials.
I don't
though.
think-
That's
I
I think that's what Brett's trying to say is like the Segura and the Joe and the fucking like
And
Bert
fucking-
and all them, like that
Right,
whole
sure,
crew.
right,
Yeah,
sure,
the
yeah.
whole crew is
Right.
like
And, you know,
literally fucking the lead of comedy right now.
Oh, yeah,
like
that
they're
really
killing
for
it.
sure.
They're
That's,
killing it.
Did they
Ari
used to go by a
Shaffir,
name?
People
fucking-
like
Bernie
people
Sanders
are dumping
got a
money
bump
into
from
them.
going on his show.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That,
like-
dude.
Yeah.
I like Tulsi Gabbard because I listened to her on
Uh-huh.
the show the other day.
And I don't know. I guess it's just like there used. I feel like there used to be more, or I guess different, like avenues that people learned about stand-up comedy, and I just see it becoming like people go like, oh, I like podcasts. I'm like, oh, that's great. That's
Mhm.
great. What do you listen to? It's like always like
Joe Rogan.
yeah, and you know, I'm not saying that he specifically like ruined comedy. I'm just saying it's like
Yeah.
He's becoming corporate. Like
I'm saying he's the whatever I say about him is punching up because that's like he's the puppet master behind a lot of this shit. You know,
Yeah.
and that's tied to like the Comedy Store and everywhere he performs, Ice House and things like that.
Yeah.
And I think in New York maybe there's a different, you know,
Mhm.
head honcho. I haven't.
do y'all fuck with Joe Rogan like comedy wise? I don't at all.
I enjoyed his special. I thought it was funny. I laughed my ass off at the fucking dog joke, but I don't know.
Too much about him. And
It's-
too.
I would never like if he was coming to Detroit. I would never like buy a ticket.
I I would like to talk to him, you know, but I
He was
like
just here.
yeah
I don't think he's ever gonna die.
he's just
I
gonna
mean that.
exist on the third plane after it takes too many mushrooms
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah,
You
I don't
the
know.
Earth is
Like
flat.
he does have a lot of flat earthers on.
Listen to none of them shits.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we plug our stuff? How you guys feeling?
Yeah.
We ready?
We had 2:22, so we should wrap.
We did do some.
Joe, what you got?
Well,
Everybody pull out the phones. I don't got shit.
while we're looking, I did want to touch base on one more thing. How I brought up like the court jester bullshit. It's so funny to me because like you can like perform for like a big fucking crowd, like a huge crowd, and then everybody afterwards is gonna come up to you and shake your hand and they'll be like, "Oh, you did so good, great act, thank you so much." They want to like shake your hand and say thank you, but it's like, why don't you shake my hand and give me $5 fucking?
For real.
You know?
Oh, big
Like
facts.
the house just paid me $50 for 10 minutes. Fine, fantastic. But like, what if I only made $50 a day?
Give me
You can't fucking survive off that
You
shit.
should tip us like servers.
Or like ask
Should have
me,
a little hat in the front
or
of the
like
stage.
if I guess this is kind of like conceited and big-headed of me, but it's like, if you had such a fucking great time, why don't you find out some more information about me? Because I guarantee you don't even know my fucking name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, great job, keep at it.
Yeah.
All right, follow me.
Yeah.
You know?
Pull out your phone.
Follow-
nigga. It
follow
takes
me,
2
You're being a
seconds.
little unappreciative.
Follow me,
of a
keep
good
at it.
Thank you, though.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I mean,
I
I'm
get
just
what
saying.
you're saying. I get
I
what
know.
you're saying.
I kind of.
you're right.
I be feeling.
But
you
I
on that
also think,
sometimes.
I mean, the audience clearly doesn't know. They probably are like, oh, she's probably getting paid, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nah, man, we're
And
not getting
sometimes when you on
paid.
a big show.
We're not getting paid enough.
Exactly, but I think sometimes when you on a big show too, especially when there's a lot of people there, yeah, they kind of assume that you like they damn near breaking you off something because they never seen you before. They don't know you could be from fucking some hot shot from fucking LA or somebody who's like kind of running shit in Detroit. They don't fucking know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
All right, so I will be at Ant Hall on Thursday for Thursday Night Live. Sam Rager and I will be competing each other. We have 15 minutes to write new jokes, and we'll be up there telling them to each other and seeing who wins. And she's gonna kick my ass because she's
about to beat
very
your
funny.
ass. No,
She's about to beat my ass. I'm doing a charity show on Monday. I don't exactly know the location because I'm unorganized. So just follow me on Instagram. And
yeah, and stop shaking her hand after shows.
Yeah.
Talking about you did good, but you don't.
And
give
if
a
you
fuck.
Plug your
if you're not gonna
Venmo.
pay up,
Plug your Venmo.
Yeah.
I should start doing that.
plug your.
Who's next? EJ, you got any
Oh, I
shows
had
coming up?
nothing. My name's Nick Kelly.
Ride Along Podcast with 2 A's. Oh no, Louis J. Gomez this weekend.
Oh yeah.
With Kurt Metzger.
December 7th with Kurt Metzger. I'm hosting.
I'm so nervous to meet him. He's so mean.
Who? Kurt. Oh, he's.
How you know
Or
his
no,
names?
Gomez.
Oh,
It's-
he's he's
How you
the
know he's
sweetest
mean?
guy.
he's the
actually.
sweetest guy.
How you
He's
know
like
he's-
really nice.
What about the other one? One of them's mean, right?
They're both mean, but they're
Right.
both like fucking.
Actually nice.
Yeah, they're both.
Okay, I'm scared.
Which is-
No.
We'll talk about it after the pod.
Yeah.
All right, keep Mercer. You got anything coming up or whoever? Sorry, EJ.
No, that's all I got.
That's all you got.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that's
the
all I got.
three of us are on. We're producers of 313 Comedy as
Oh,
well as
yeah,
the Independent.
Yeah.
So
Independent
come check
Comedy
us
Club
out.
every Friday, Saturday.
We gotta stop. I don't think 313 needs any more promotion. We're at capacity.
I
Last
know,
night it was
yeah.
fucking packed and it was amazing.
If
Really?
you
Were
have
you
not,
downstairs
if you
again?
have not
No,
been,
no,
if you have not been to a 313 Comedy show, we do pack out every fucking Sunday at 8:00. It's always free.
Get there
It's-
early.
Get there early. It's an amazing
That
show
is
with
packed
great energy.
100%
Kyle
of the time.
Forsyth does a very good job
Yeah.
of running that show,
Absolutely,
and I will
dude.
say that.
Shout out to Kyle Forsyth.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I'll be at the roast of Santa Claus.
Ooh, I'll
December
be there
4th.
too.
You doing that?
I'll be there
At
too.
the yeah, because
Is that at the Indy?
It is, yeah.
it's at it's at the Indy. I thought it was at Ant Hall, but it's at the Indy.
Niggas is roasting everything. Don't know what we about to do.
Yeah, I don't know why I agreed to do that. I'm sick of roast.
Stage time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because we all hate comedy, but we don't hate
Yeah.
not getting stage time.
It's like a bad marriage. We can't
Oh,
let go.
Yeah, you're exactly. Much as you beat our ass, we gonna come back.
This
Tina Turner,
when
baby.
does this come out? When does it come out, EJ?
I comedy.
We drop it on Wednesdays.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Is it gonna be this Wednesday, the 4th?
Yeah.
All right, so the 5th, this Thursday, Big Time Garbage is going to be... This is my podcast with Blaine Hill and Bart Dangus, for the folks that don't know.
They know because we talk shit about you guys every week.
Yeah.
And you guys are just the ones listening anyway.
Right.
So, hey, Bart and Blaine, I'll see you on Thursday. We're going to be doing that... we're going to be doing a live episode of the Homerphilia podcast.
Okay, I just
Woo!
did that one. It's fun.
You did?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we watched an episode of The Simpsons, and then we like kind of talk about it. It's Darren and Devin and
Darren, Devin, and Andy.
Andy. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
it's gonna be. I'm very excited about that because The Simpsons
this
is
one.
fucking funny,
I
Yeah.
wish they did a Family Guy Philia podcast.
dude. Oh my god.
All right, I gotta pee. Johanna Madrona's
Right.
out.
Okay, we out. Hey, Ride Along Podcast with 2 A's. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for motherfuckers for listening. Ride Along, motherfucker.
Nicaragua. No, I'm just kidding.
Stoned to the gills, bumping Joey Diaz before I'm back at the grill. Shit's cracking in the pan, we keep it hot, never chill. Rhyme slick like Pam, let the healthy fat sizzle. Drizzle in some olive oil, mixing the ingredients we got straight from the soil. I keep it fresh, never spoiled. Starts with the breath and extends to the flesh. My thoughts do their best to foil the plot of my attention, becoming so direct that my reflection dissolves into the backdrop. Cast off, petty wants, blast off, land on a higher plane. Back on Earth, I'm working not to turn my boss's brain into cannon fodder. Ate a tab of blotter paper once and saw what I needed to be convinced there's more to breathing than keeping me even keeled. And content to break my neck for no respect and ends that only ever met for a meal. Lost in it, safari in my brain is infinite. Meditate, I one with it. Lost in it, safari in my brain is infinite. Meditate, I one with it. I shrug my shoulders, I know they won't see it coming. Like AI breaking MJ, I'm the same type of rookie. Staying solo like I'm hanging with a Wookiee. Came to take over like I'm banking with the bookie. Alliteration when I'm baking J's of cookies. My brain is hazy like a rainforest. In the morning, I'm more than ready to explore it. That's the shit that I'm reporting. Absorbed in exorbitant amounts of doubt. Hung like a cloud about to rain down and drown out the town. Till I found out that now is all there ever is. It's up to me to build a bridge strong enough to stand the flood of forces self-sabotaging that lawn to keep me in the mud. I dam them up and purify them, use them as fuel supply. They can take me to the moon and back. I'm just trying to get through the track. Sometimes I lose the path. The truth never sways. My breath illuminates the way. No confusing that. Lost in it, safari in my brain is infinite. Meditate, I one with it. Lost in it, safari in my brain is infinite. Meditate, I one with it.